volumes on the microphone, and then boom.
With Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show.
La 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 la. You look around. That's not true. Jermaine.
Why are you putting that on Jermaine?
He says if you look around,
He's
the
wrong.
whole world's coming together now. No, it's not. But the original lyrics, if you look around, the whole world is falling apart now. That it didn't get past the censors. Yeah, there's a documentary on it.
But he was right on.
Good morning. Ooh, I'm the first in the chat. Hi.
Burned.
First. Boom.
Good morning.
Good morning. Welcome in. Carmichael Dave, Jason Ross, Thursday. It's Football Thursday.
Not just Football Thursday. It's
The Football Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to start a thing now where I shout out the very first person in the chat every day.
Okay.
New tradition starting at 6:01.
Will you remember tomorrow?
Probably not. So good morning, Campeo Silva.
I put that at plus 350.
Oh, so the odds are against it.
Yes.
I will have you know, by the way, I would have brought in I did remember, and I would have brought in the furniture cleaner yesterday, but I could not find the furniture cleaner. I found the cleaning solution, but the wife has put I don't know what the hell she's done with it, but we'll find it.
Okay.
We'll find it, and we'll bring it in. And by we, I mean me. I don't know why some people do that. Like we, like when a golfer has a great day. Yeah, you know, we really look on 16th. And I know it's like a shout out to the caddy, but come on, dude. Yeah. Caddy ain't hitting
I helped.
putter 280. Yeah, or maybe they're just being French. For yes.
It takes a village.
Before the show, Tom Maley from the Pat and Tom Show was
the Hall of Famer?
Hall of Famer, Tom Maley. They'll occasionally ask us sports questions, especially when Pat's not here. Tom's lost.
Yeah, it's not usually a sports question. It's just a pronunciation question.
Yeah.
Oh, what could it be today?
It's something that pretty normal, actually.
A tough one.
Yeah, I actually that's why I came back and asked Chris Verlod. He wanted to know if it was pronounced DeRozan or DeRozan. So I told him, I'm on a roll this week, but I actually told him DeRozan at first. And then I took 2 steps down the hall and went, it's like when you're at the shopping center or something and you see an old person asleep and you steal their wallet and then you feel bad about it.
Mm-hmm.
Never done that.
Wow. You haven't lived.
What? It's like when your kids go Halloween trick-or-treating, and while they're asleep, you take out all the good candy and just leave. You put a bunch of healthy food in there for them in the morning.
How come I've got 3 dots in here?
I have 14 packs of Smarties.
Yeah, and broccoli.
Right? It's like when you're trying to raise money for a road trip, and your parakeet's dead. Its head came off, and you sell it to a blind kid.
Pretty bird.
I took care of it.
So anyways, so I gotten Chris earlier. I'm being a stinker this week, as my daughter would say. I got Chris with Chris Jericho. And then
don't worry. Maybe I'll get Tom to help me out.
Oh, you're gonna go in on a prank with Tom Maley.
I'm gonna say, Tom, this is a plan. He's gonna go, huh? What?
Yeah.
A little louder.
Maybe should we? I hate to do this, but revisit isn't Pat the Hall of Famer?
Is Pat needing a visit to a chiropractor because he's been carrying Tom the whhole time?
Yeah, and now Cody's doing it.
Cody, I noticed Cody's walking a little funny.
Yeah, my goodness.
So from carrying, okay.
Got me feeling icy.
Yo.
Wow, Chris, 605, you won.
So last night, a tweet went out from a Sacktown Sports employee.
Really?
Yes. It was a special tweet, though. So it was video of the intros by our good friend Scott Moog. And it was our friend Simone, the sweet, lovely, talented, pure-hearted Simone. And by the way, people, I say lovely I literally introduced Greg Pop as lovely, so get off of me with that. Everyone's lovely that I like.
Got me feeling icy.
So she tweets out the video of and says this will be the last time we hear this one. Let's enjoy it, because it was what she meant was they were introducing the team to Not Like Us by Kendrick Lamar, and I hear that once, which apparently is breaking news. The replies were like this: what did I miss? Why is this the last? Wait, what? Why will this be the last time? Is Scott Moak leaving us? Jason Anderson rubbing off on all Kings media. Last time? Is Scott leaving? Is he really leaving? That's how everybody took it. So, she quote tweeted pretty much every one of the replies so everyone could see it. She's like, no, I'm talking about the song. So anyways, I get a text from her. No, wait, that's not how it went down. Hold on. I texted her and I said, oh no, this was it. This was last night. I said, oh no, what did you do? And she goes, oh my God. And she goes, this is a thing, isn't it? And I go, no. She goes, please apologize to him. Please apologize to Scott. I don't have his number. I said, are you actually bothered by this?
She was telling me the same stuff last night.
Yeah. And I felt bad because Simone, look, you guys see her on the air, off the air. She is the most pure-hearted person in this building.
That's what got her in trouble.
That's the thing. Look, naive is usually considered an insult. I think it's like the word ignorance. If they're using the proper context, they're not insulting. It was a little bit of a naive text, but in the most innocent way. She didn't anticipate the need to clarify. Oh, you think she was trying to mix it up? Oh.
If you know her not on the air, if you know her off the air, away from the station, she is very sarcastic and very funny.
Yeah, no doubt.
But I don't think anyone really knows her sarcastic side.
Right.
So when you bring it onto Twitter,
they don't have the context. So I said, are you actually bothered by this? And she goes, he just got hit up all night long. I saw the tweets. Oh my God. So I texted Scott. And I said, can you do me a favor? I work with Simone, who is the sweetest, most, because I didn't know if they knew each other. And I was the sweetest, most innocent person ever.
Wow, shots at me.
She tweeted about the
Jason
intro song, but people took it like she was tweeting about you, as I'm sure you saw, and she feels terrible. And he goes, yeah, I know Simone. I love her. It's totally fine. So I said, listen, would you mind texting me the following? And I said, you can even copy and paste what I'm going to text you.
I'm just getting more and more people on my side for when I get you very bad.
What? I'm trying to help out. I'm stepping in as a veteran. What I would dare I say,
on my side. I'm
leader of the station. I'm trying to help this poor girl out. So I text Scott and I say, would you mind texting me the following? You can even copy and paste it. And it says, dude, you work with Simone, right? Let her know that after the game, my bosses with the Kings asked me if I was leaving. Now it's a big headache. Can you please talk with her for me? And so Scott's response was, are you trying to give her a heart attack? And I did like the thumbs up emoji. And then he goes, Dave, dude, what in the, I can't say that word. And then he texted to me. So I had to go through and erase some stuff. And then I sent the screenshot to her. I was like, oh my goodness. This is getting out of hand. And as you can see, I corrected everything to take out the intra talking with Scott. And it just is basically, it makes it look like Scott texted me that and is, really bothered by it. So
when you want fake text, you actually text the person to text you the fake text?
So that it looks like it's what's the alternative?
you use your number and put the name, and then you text yourself.
You can
And then
text
you-
yourself?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, that's a lot. Really? I didn't know that.
I didn't either.
Huh. Chris is out. Well, everybody knows this. Well, I'm sure someone will be like, everybody knows that. Hold on. I should have just mumbled Chris's phone number. All right. This is a test. Let's see. All right. TESTES. Wait, what? All right. Yeah, but it's coming from my phone number.
Then you delete what you already did, which you already deleted with Scott.
But then I don't have Scott's name at the top.
You put Scott's name for your number.
Well, that is way. That is way too much.
That's too much than to text the person to text you.
I write up the text I want. And I say, just copy and paste this and send it back to me.
In my past, I've gotten a new phone under their name.
Yeah.
And started a new bill.
Get a burner with their,
It's so much easier.
That's absolutely right. Actually, what I walked to Scott's house and we held our phones anyways.
How did Simone receive that?
So I sent her okay. So as you can see, so this is my text thread with Simone, who currently has notifications silenced.
Okay.
So see how I sent. Notice how there's no texts after that, because I immediately get a phone call, and she's inquisitive about what is going on, and I will say.
What time was this, by the way? During the game?
No. This was.
After the game?
10 o'clock.
Okay. Yeah, after the game.
I will just have you know, for those who are like, wow, that's evil, you shouldn't do it. She calls, I go, hello? She says, I don't remember what she said, because, so that was, your look is what got me. I was blah, 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 blah. Anyway, she calls, says her thing, says whatever she said. My response immediately was I started laughing. It was like, I got you. Like, I got her for like literally 5 seconds. And then I feel like my whole point was this. I need you to laugh about this because it's so ridiculous, because Scott does not care. He loves you. He didn't even know what was going on until later. You're freaking out for nothing. I get why she was, but it's like, he's not going anywhere. We know what you meant, but it was a good opportunity. There's a good opportunity for some station bonding is what I saw.
Wonder how Simone's going to tell the story.
I would hope she wouldn't tell it at all, because honestly, that's off-air stuff that's private. MC wants me to shout out the first thumbs up. But how would I know?
It was him.
But how would I know that? I'm saying he wants to. What if it wasn't? It's not him though. Some days.
Well, maybe but it was probably 0, and then he hit the thumbs up. He's the thumbs up captain.
No. There's no doubt about it. No, I have no pushback.
But you don't know
that.
each day.
I'm saying I don't know. There's no way for me to tell. Like,
I think that person has to be.
You have to say I hit the first thumbs up.
Yeah.
Well, look, if somebody wants to declare first thumbs up, and I look down and there's 1 thumbs up, then I'll shout it. That's fair.
Okay.
Just saying. Anyways. How are you doing? How was the game?
Incredible, actually. Yeah. Atmosphere was
incredible.
Yeah. I mean, it's another reminder of, I think we've talked about this before, like the differences of watching, listening, or being there. Mm-hmm. And I mean, it's preseason. I wanted to see DeMar DeRozan, which I know we'll get into that. But just like you get there, like, man, it's full house.
Said it was sold
loud.
out.
Yeah, it was. They were totally engaged. I went, okay, this game doesn't matter as far as the outcome, but everybody's into it.
Yeah,
it was fun.
Sounded great. I was watching on ESPN and listening on Sacramento Sports, of course. Okay. And at one point I messed up. Like
you didn't watch Mark and Katie?
No, because I flipped back and forth. But one time I'd accidentally kicked the plug out from my radio, and while I was plugging it back in to get it back to Sacramento Sports, for like 20 seconds, I heard the ESPN feed by accident.
That's when I was swearing.
Right. You were saying all the things. Yeah. And they said, hey, this is about as good a preseason atmosphere as you're going to see. As far as entertainment goes, this is about as entertaining a preseason game as you. I think the Golden State Warriors, though, just hit another 3.
They did, actually.
It was Buddy Hield hit 2 of them.
Yeah.
So we will talk about that obviously today. It is a Niner game day. We will focus a bit on Kings preseason. Is this a harbinger of things to come? Oh no, Simone's awake. That's not good. That's not good. Okay, as we go to break, can I ask you a couple questions and will you be honest?
Okay. I can't promise I'll be honest.
Did you have anything to do with, because I feel like that this has your handprints on it.
With what?
Did you text her?
Text her what?
I don't know. We're talking about you.
No.
She just randomly texted you.
Yeah. Take a look.
But how? Yeah, is he pulling the thing on me now? Wait, what?
I don't know. Where's the number from?
You're so stupid. That's where I need the Gruden thing. Yeah,
Yeah, your way is way faster.
It is if she was up.
I got it.
You
Yeah.
did. Oh, yeah.
You're not special.
Simone sent it to me too.
So we'll talk about this game and we'll ask some hard questions. Is this a harbinger of things to come? Is this how the whole season's going to be? Is this proof that they can't play defense? Are playoffs out of reach?
Well, they are on pace to be winless.
They're on pace to set a record for losses in the NBA.
Yeah.
So is that going to be how it is? Well, we'll figure it all out in the next 4 hours. We'll get to leading off next right after this word from Gonzalez Law and Jason Ross.
The NFL's leading rusher plays here.
The handoff to McCaffrey, walks in the end zone. Handoff to McCaffrey, takes it right down to the goal line. He does his thing again. McCaffrey goes in motion right. Backwards pass led by Juszczyk. A block there. Hurdles a man. 10, 5, touchdown! CMC!
You can hear all of Christian McCaffrey's touchdowns on your home for 49ers football. Sacktown Sports.
Hey, you never know when you may need representation, and maybe Dave needs some representation now. I mean, yeah, you heard, right? But you want to be prepared. You want to know who to call, who to go to, who you can trust. So I can tell you right now that you can contact the law offices of Jonathan Gonzalez at 916-304-9187 at saclegaldefense.com. In our community, one of us, he's lived here, he's worked here, he wants this community and everyone here to be taken care of, right? If you're in a tough situation, you need some representation, you need some help, well, he has done it before and done it at a rate that's been highly successful. In fact, from 2016 through 2019, he remained undefeated for jury trials. Now, where might you need him? Well, there's plenty of things that happen in this world. Auto accidents, wrongful termination cases, those kind of things happen all the time. And you want to make sure you've got someone that is there for you, that's got the experience, that is right here and local, again, that you can trust. So contact saclegaldefense.com, or you can call them at 916-304-9187. That's the law offices of Jonathan Gonzalez, 916-304-9187.
It's the Big Sky home opener for the Sacramento State Hornets this Saturday. 6 p.m. kickoff versus Eastern Washington. Get your tickets at hornetsports.com.
Let's do it. Leading off, the 3 top stories in the morning.
Huge news. This is very important.
Here's cut number 1.
DeRozan down with a 21-footer. Scores on his first shot attempt in a Kings uniform. And we are even at 2 points apiece. Just left elbow extended for DeRozan on a feed from Domantas Sabonis.
Hey, was there a Sabonis yet?
Yes.
Okay. Well, not the way we wanted to start. Sorry, I got to keep the bit going. Not the way we wanted the season to start. 122-112. The Warriors exact their revenge on the Kings for the way the season ended last year for Golden State.
Can I give you some good news from the game?
I've been looking for it, so please.
I know you personally are going to love this. One step closer to Cooper Flagg.
The number 1 pick in the draft this season would happily take that. Who was it? There's something I saw in, it was Austin Rivers. I think on his podcast, I saw this question. If you were Oklahoma City, would you trade Chet Holmgren straight up for the rights to the number 1 pick? Who, by the way, we obviously don't know who that is, but let's just assume they're in this silly world. You'd have the opportunity to trade Chet Holmgren straight up for Cooper Flagg. Would you do it? Would you?
I don't know. And I mean, what people are saying about Cooper Flagg sounds great. And the thing is, for them, I don't know that it would derail their season.
I don't think it would hurt them. Yeah, I don't
want to minimize and say they're going to still be the ones. It would hurt them, but do you think they fall apart? I don't think they do.
I don't think so either. No, I don't.
Now, long term, I don't even know what a scout would say who would have a better career, because Chet Holmgren's a terrific player.
He is, and he's only. I mean, look, it's not like Chet Holmgren's 50.
Right.
He is the epitome of just getting started. The hype on Cooper Flagg is insane. The hype on DeMar DeRozan is insane in a good way. And boy, did he prove basically he justified the free agent signing last night in one game. He couldn't miss.
Harrison Barnes scored 2 in his game with the Spurs.
Wow. But he's a nice guy. Sorry, I can't do it. No Harrison Barnes slander. By the way, Chet will be 23 years old in May.
Washed?
Well, I hope so. It's been a long off season, at least a couple times. We'll talk about this. Look, it's preseason. What the hell are you getting out of preseason? NBA preseason's a little different. NFL preseason, the starters play like a drive. Baseball preseason, you've got half your team here and half your team in Southern Arizona, and everyone's just, Jimmy jacking around. Basketball is, you got starters versus starters for a little bit. They're not going full speed for sure, especially the vets and the big stars. They've been here before, but you can figure out a few things, or at least see a few things.
Yeah, I think one of the best takeaways, and we'll have some post-game audio reaction, basically every player that is going to get meaningful minutes in the rotation and or starters that played that first half talked about how they didn't run a set. Like, it was read and react. And if that's what they were doing, the offense looked like a machine. The first half, that first group. Yeah, so you're going, wait, they're incorporating a brand new player in DeRozan.
Yep.
No problem. Sabonis, I'm like, really, that group offensively, at least, like what we think they could be offensively, I thought for game 1 of a preseason, limited turnovers, got the shots they wanted, shot the ball well in the first half. They look great.
In a 10-point home loss, they took almost exactly half the 3-point shots Golden State did. And they had less than half of their success rate. 25.9% from behind the arc for Sacramento, 53.8% for Golden State.
Yeah, we talk about 3-point differential a lot. That is one of the most lopsided I've ever seen.
28-7.
So it's at 21 more?
Yeah, which 21 more?
63 more points beyond the arc in a game was kind of close.
Jason, I know they broke it like last year, the year before, but do you happen to remember what the team record was for 3-pointers made in a game?
Well, that would have been the Warriors.
No, the 28. I'm saying, what was the Kings record? Was it 24-3?
Something like that. And the NBA record's 29.
Yeah.
In a regular season.
And the Warriors had 21 more than Sacramento.
Yeah, they had more makes and attempts for the Kings. Yeah.
So, 28-27. Do you want a sneak preview of something De'Aaron Fox said after the game? We'll play this later, of course. You want a little sneak preview, though?
Yes.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. We'll have more of that. What else did he say? I don't know.
Great recovery, Jason.
Well, yes, that was
this close.
Yeah.
Jason almost had a spit take. All right. Hop to it. Number 2.
Cut number 2.
Fire. I got to go back here because I did that bit. Right.
That'll show you.
You got left, throw over the middle, and it's caught by George Kittle. Touchdown! San Francisco!
They better win tonight.
Absolutely.
They better win. Amazon Prime Video. It's super annoying. We've talked about this before. I don't care that it's on Amazon. I'm fine with the coverage. It's just the whole step. I want to watch something else during the commercial. Nope, can't.
Like the Yankees and Royals or other,
Maybe they already do this. I like to think I'm on top of most basic technology. Why don't they have a smart TV? Because, you can go to your YouTube TV or your Amazon or your Netflix, right?
Right.
Why don't they have a smart TV that you can split screen 2 separate apps? So you can have on the left, I'm watching YouTube TV, and on the right, I'm watching Amazon Prime. That feels like that can happen and isn't that crazy.
You would have to have apps that want you out of their app, though.
Yeah, and they're not going to want you out of their app.
Huh?
Amazon wants you to stay on Amazon.
Exactly.
They don't want you going to YouTube TV.
It's like we're not going to allow that to go. Like they want to keep you there.
Well, why would you have to leave there? I'm saying split screen on your.
They don't want.
No. You guys are thinking I'm saying within the software, within the app. I'm saying the television allows you to load two apps separately. So why would Amazon have any control over that?
They can take their app off of that smart TV.
Oh, you're saying they'd be like, no.
Yeah.
No. Well, then you know what? Suck it,
they
Bezos.
would do that though.
Yeah, exactly.
Would you rather have the subscription?
Depends on who it was. Because if it's like Roku,
Amazon's absolutely the worst one, by the way.
I couldn't agree with you more. I'm fine with it being. I just wish Amazon was on a channel. Right. Like we could operate it like that.
Absolutely.
If only we had some way to bundle all these channels together and watch on our TV and go from channel to channel to channel.
That's crazy talk.
Yeah.
How would that ever look?
What do cable people do? Because they have to have cable or DirecTV people. Because you have to have cable or DirecTV. Okay. And then what? And then you have to have the other apps on. Yeah. So your DirecTV or cable is basically your YouTube TV.
Right.
And then
that's my main platform. But then, I go to Amazon. You're like, okay, here's the game. Oh, man. The Yankees are up now. I want to go out of the complete thing, go to the baseball game. Great. Okay. Back to
does anybody have to know how to make TVs? I think we just all got rich. Let's just invent that. And by the way, why split screen? Why not 6 screens within your TV? So I want to make this little
Octabox.
You have your own Octabox.
Yeah.
Little Scott Hansen face.
How you doing? Want to see it?
The Niners play tonight, 5:15 first kick. And we got some playoff baseball to go with that as well. Number 3, please.
Cut number 3.
The 1-2 pitch, swung on and missed, strike 3. Put it in the box. And to the New York Mets, California, here we come. They have defeated the Philadelphia Phillies 4-1. They take the National League Division Series in 4 games. The Mets are celebrating a series win.
Pretty big hit by Francisco Lindor.
He acted like it too, huh?
Isn't he? He is, and I'm not making a judgment. As I said, I'm here for it all, but he really is kind of the photo negative of Fernando Tatis.
Yeah.
Like he just runs him like he's in the 40s.
Well, and there was, people love the Tatis home run and the energy and the emotions. That was great. There was as many people going, I love it. Lindor acted like, I'm like, okay, well,
is it okay
their own?
You know what? Can I just say I love both?
Yeah.
I love both.
Yeah.
I tip my cap. It's fine for Tatis. Just be careful the next guy doesn't get drilled in the ear. And Lindor, I'm good. As much as I'm good with the newfangled baseball because it needs that, I'm also good with the old school baseball.
And even like for him and the way it was for his teammates, my interpretation of it was running home.
Yeah.
Like he hugged everybody. But like it was like a sincere, like we just did
it was a real hug.
It was
like a junior high hug.
He lingered.
Yeah, he lingered.
He did.
But he patted, never cupped.
No.
There's a difference.
Yeah.
We'll take a break. When we come back, the Kings lose the Warriors. We've got some audio for you. How about the sweet, sultry sounds of Gary Gerald?
Yes.
Coming up next.
Can Mike Brown build on last season's Coach of the Year award? Can the Kings exceed 48 wins?
We will be better prepared to make the run that we expect to run come next playoff.
Tune into every Kings game this season on Sacktown Sports and SacktownSports.com.
Carmichael Dave here from my good friends at American Energy. Cool weather, if not cold weather, is in our future. You know that. It'll eventually get there, and American Energy wants to make sure your system is operating safely and properly. So now is the time to take advantage of the $49 fall tune-up inspection. That's regularly $119, but includes a full safety and duct inspection. And if your system's over 10 years old, it's free. The tune-up is on American Energy. Give them a call right now. They're offering $50 off your first recommended repair, or if you need a new furnace, that's half off the price of a new unit. American Energy been serving the greater Sacramento area since 1981. A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You can check them out at theaeway.com for an instant quote. That's theaeway.com. Tell them Carmichael Dave sent you.
Call 916-520-9998 now.
At the UPS store, we know being a small business owner means holiday time is still go time. Still get those orders shipped time. and still re-up on stamps and supplies time. That's why this upcoming holiday, while others close up shop, we'll be open and happy to help you keep being unstoppable. Come into your local store today. Most locations are independently owned. Product, services, pricing, and hours of operation may vary. See Center for details. The UPS Store. Be unstoppable.
Did you know your skin is the largest organ of your body? Huh? That's why you should shower with Old Spice Super Hydration Body Wash instead of plain old bar soap. Love your skin by super hydrating it with vitamin B3 and glorious notes of vanilla and shea. Did you know that my super hydrated skin is the second largest organ of my body? The first is my heart. Old Spice. Men have skin too. Old Spice Super Hydration Body Wash. 24/7 renewing moisture. With daily use.
Advanced Infusion Center, where wellness meets vitality. Unlock your full potential with our customized Liquid Vita vitamin IV drips tailored to fit your unique lifestyle. Whether you're an athlete aiming for peak performance or travel often and looking to stay healthy, we have an IV just for you. At Advanced Infusion Center, we understand that wellness isn't just one size fits all. That's why our expert team is here to personalize your infusion experience. Ready to elevate your wellness journey? Call Advanced Infusion Center today or visit us at advancedinfusion.com.
For 76 years, the Keys family from Naturewood Home Furnishings has been serving families just like yours and mine. Hi, I'm Frank LaRosa with Golf to Go. The Naturewood team takes great pride and significant effort to offer Northern California families a vast selection of home furnishings, most of which are made right here in this country. The kitchen table, which we purchased so many years ago, speaks to the enduring quality of the Naturewood product lines. We treasure memories made seated around that table with family and friends for birthday celebrations, school projects, and, well, many late-night meals when the day just got away from us. Naturewood has provided thousands with home furnishings that not only last for generations, but also lead to everlasting memories of cherished times. Visit Naturewood Home Furnishings now during their 76th anniversary sale and get started making your own brand of memories. Meet the Keys family at Naturewood Home Furnishings, off Highway 50 at Hazel. Look for the water wheel.
Hey, October's already heating up on the Sacktown Sports live events calendar. Enjoy family fun at Dave's Pumpkin Patch in West Sacramento all month long. Pick your perfect pumpkin, navigate the corn maze, jump on a massive jumping pillow, and create unforgettable memories for the kids. On October 20th, don't miss Renee Vaca at the Crest Theater for a night of laughs and entertainment. And mark your calendar for Sinners and Saints, the region's best Halloween party on October 26th at the venue at Thunder Valley, complete with a $5,000 costume contest. It's the most spooktacular event of the season. Looking ahead into November, join us for Legends of Motown at the venue at Thunder Valley, November 23rd, bringing you the classic hits that defined a generation. And you're not going to want to miss the Jersey Boys Midtown Men Holiday Show, December 8th, also at the venue at Thunder Valley. It's going to be a night filled with festive cheer and old school classics. And stay tuned to Sacktown Sports for all your live event updates and your chance to win tickets.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
On Sacktown Sports.
That's such a beautiful song. R.I.P. Horace Reardon. Also, just the whole "do you have to let it linger" thing. The lyric just messed the song up for me because I'm not thinking of what the subject matter probably should be.
What are you thinking of?
What? Nothing.
What are you thinking of?
Unshout out to my first roommate when I was February.
Your sister?
February of my that's a great point. Actually,
steamroller.
Technically, be my mother, I think. But
did you steamroll your roommate?
When I was the February of my, I was old school. The February of my 18th year, I was booted. I turned 18 in August, and basically the next 6 months were my dad going, "Have you found a place yet?" And so finally, February, I moved in. I think everyone's probably lived in that Animal House type of, it was myself, 2 roommates, 2-bedroom, 1-bath apartment on Howe Avenue. Our buddy Joe slept on the couch, And then my other guy and I, we each had a room, and I still am friends with them. And he sent me this text during the break. He said, dude, I've got a contribution. He's listening. Thank you, Joe, for listening.
Hey, Joe.
He said, hey, Joe. He said, I've got a contribution for you. And if you don't see me tomorrow, it's because I know we're after Thursday. Is that what we're doing? We're having one of those shows. DeMar DeRozan. I can't know. And it's going to be in my head all day. That's why I'm going to kill him.
No, what's worse is he's going to score a 3, and you're going to be watching the game, and you're going to go just out of nowhere, not even thinking about it.
I have an idea. I say we use that chant every time he scores with arms wide open. I say we use that chant every time DeMar hits a 3 because then we probably won't use it. And
He
I'm
made
fine
one
with
yesterday.
That. Did he?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll use it once. I hate that it fits. Shut up, Chris. Okay, let's just move on. I don't know why that text really pissed me off. And I had to share it with you guys. Now you guys can be pissed.
Thanks, Joe.
From the chat line, Camp Silva, how many people has Dave murdered?
We can't talk about
Can't
that.
talk. Yeah. That's like Bruno.
Saving it for the memoir.
Saving it for the memoir. All right. Stuff. From murders to the ball game.
Murder hero.
Here's the new acquisition for the Kings who started.
DeMar DeRozan.
I hate the world so much right now. I really do.
The 21-footer scores on his first shot attempt in a Kings uniform, and we are even at 2 points apiece. Just out left elbow extended for DeRozan on a feed from Domantas Sabonis.
Here's De'Aaron Fox. You know, he's voted by GMs as the fastest guy in the NBA, Jason Ross.
Facts.
Here's him being fast.
Kuminga now. Steph Curry touches for the first time. Back to Kuminga straight away. His three-point shot, no good. Sabonis with a rebound. 2 quick dribbles ahead to Fox in attack mode. Drives into the lane to his left. High window, scores, and the Kings take the first lead of the evening at 6-4. Good push up the floor. The Kings preach pace constantly.
I was hoping I would see yesterday. You know, someone was asking me, what are you looking for tonight? This is after the show. And I said, I'd like to see a Domantas Sabonis foul line jumper. I'd really like to see if he worked on that. And apparently, according to folks, it got back to him. And right there in the first quarter, he took care of it. Very nice.
Kuminga on the run. Will we see the athleticism? You bet. Took it left, then right to the rim and scored it. We are tied at 8. Back quickly. Sabonis at the free throw line. Quick pass up the floor, and Sabonis makes it 10-8 in favor of Sacramento. Kings have hit 5 of 8 shots. The Warriors have made 4 of 7 from the field.
Do I have a weird point on the side of my hair? Look at this, Jason. See where the mouse is?
Yeah.
What is that? It looks like I have an indent.
Yeah, I guess so. From this side, yeah.
What the hell is that?
I don't know.
It's not something from a bad haircut. I haven't had my haircut in like a month. This is. It looks like the hair. You know what I'm talking about, right? It looks like
I see it now. Yeah,
looks like a less than sign. What the hell is that all about?
No, greater than for me.
Is that greater than?
Yeah, on my side.
DeMar DeRozan. Here's a Keegan
Murray.
Thank you.
Keegan, who's muscled up a little bit in the offseason, advancing, attacking, looks left, goes right, scoops and scores. He froze Kevon Looney and took it right to the glass for a bucket. Steve Kerr calls timeout. Kings have the first 4-point lead by either club on a terrific move to the basket by Keegan Murray.
That was a really nice move.
It was. Yeah. And we don't have a highlight on it. I don't know why we would. But there are subtle things and moments that really make me I'm always so in love with our fan base. I think we are the best fans in the NBA, and I think I'm biased, and I don't care. But you'll remember the matchup between Keegan and Steph when Steph had him out and was trying to put him on skates. And there were no skates to be had.
Neither one backed down.
Neither one backed down. It was about a good, what would you say, 10, 12 seconds,
which
maybe more?
Is long. Like on a
very
possession,
long.
Stay in front of anybody that long is amazing.
12 seconds fair?
Sure.
Okay, I just want to illustrate how long Keegan Murray, who is 6'7", 6'8", is guarding arguably the greatest point guard in the NBA. Okay? 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5 Mississippi. 6 Mississippi. You're already annoyed that I'm counting.
Yeah.
I'm not even going to go to
halfway.
And that was halfway.
And that wasn't Steph holding the ball.
No.
It was, I'm trying to get by you right, left.
Yes.
Okay, let's try the baseline. You know what? Now I'm going to try to muscle you.
Right.
And none of that worked. Yeah.
The Globetrotter music was starting to play. He was doing all his Steph moves. And Keegan was just like, not today, punk.
Yeah. I will show you.
I will show you.
Grr.
Shut you.
Grr. Keegan mad.
Grr. How about another baseline jumper from the new guy on the team? The new guy? Oh, apparently this is not a sounder. This is, I need to open a new app on the PC. All right, fine. How about a corner three?
Fox with a drive and a kick. DeRozan going to try a corner three. He stays perfect. DeMar DeRozan in his Kings debut has 15 points in 9 minutes of playing time on 6 for 6 shooting. And the score is tied at 37.
Well, he just signed a new contract. Kings are better. Yeah, that's a fact.
Thanks, Joe.
DeMar DeRozan. No. And Creed's doing this weird comeback, too, where it's like in locker rooms and stuff.
Those are your guys.
Those are my guys. I should be rooting for this, but I hate that song. I've always hated that song. I don't like that song. I feel like that song is the entire stereotype of Creed. And not one of the cool Creed songs that I love so much. We'll take a break when we come back. More Kings, lots more Kings, tons of Kings today. But we also have a Niner game tonight. We had some baseball playoffs yesterday. So let's get to safer out next, Jason Ross. By the way, Jason almost never, if ever, makes a mistake. And it was funny this morning. I'm writing my part of the show, and I'm like, ha! Jason forgot Kelly Brothers good at business. I'm going to be, he's off this week. Damn it, Jason Ross.
Good at business.
Damn you. Curse you, Jason. So no Kelly today. He is, what the hell is he doing?
I believe
Ireland?
Ireland, yeah.
Oh, well, I'm Kelly Brothers. I go to Ireland.
He's buying it.
Yeah, he is buying all of Ireland.
Good at drinking.
We'll be back after this.
Did you miss any part of our live local shows? Don't worry, you never have to miss them again. Check out sacktownsports.com and search our podcast page and play our shows when you want. The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross, Stiles and Watkins, and the Drive Guys. Plus, other podcasts like Return of the Empire, Return of the Roar, the Stingers Up podcast, and Golf to Go with Frank LaRosa.
They're all available right now on sacktownsports.com.
Golf to Go is brought to you by the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop. Here's Frank LaRosa.
You've probably heard the word, but do you know what a stimp meter is and how it works? Invented by Edward Stimpson in the 1930s, a stimp meter is a device used to measure the speed of putting surfaces. His version was made of wood and was simply a chute on which a golf ball would roll onto the green. Roderick Easdale writes in Golf Magazine, today's stimp meters are made of aluminum. They're 36 inches long and have a V-shaped chute down which the ball can roll. It has 2 notches on which the ball rests. After a flat area of the green is selected, a golf ball is placed in the notch and the end is slowly lifted until the ball rolls down the chute and across the green. The average of 3 distances becomes one of the measurements. The process is repeated in the opposite direction, and the measure of both directions is added and divided by 2. That figure in feet is the stimp meter reading. Most courses average 9 or 10 on stimp meter, which is neither too fast or too slow, just right for most recreational players. That's your Golf to Go. I'm Frank LaRosa.
Don't you deserve healthcare you can count on? Well, you can count on United Healthcare with Medicare plans that fit your life today and as your needs change tomorrow. You can enjoy reliable coverage and low out-of-pocket costs with a Medicare Advantage plan from United Healthcare. United Healthcare Medicare Advantage plans, made for California, trusted everywhere. The Medicare annual enrollment period ends December 7th, so go to uhc.com/Medicare today.
Model year-end pricing is back at Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop.
During the model year-end event, lower interest rates at Folsom Lake Honda make lower payments. It's no wonder why Folsom Lake Honda is your one-stop Honda shop. Come in today or check out our entire inventory online at folsomlakehonda.com.
Get an instant cash offer for your trade at folsomlakehonda.com. We'll buy your car whether you buy from us or not. Folsom Lake Honda is your one-stop Honda shop.
Folsom Lake Honda.
Go to folsomlakehonda.com.
Your one-stop Honda shop.
Don't let summer energy slip away. Live the active life you love year-round with a personally fit arch support system from the Good Feet store. Precision engineered to support all 4 arches. Good Feet puts your feet in a more ideal, comfortable, and pain-free position. And Good Feet arch supports are now HSA and FSA eligible. Book a free fitting at goodfeet.com or come in and get a free pair of OS First Performance socks. Free. Normally a $25 value at the Good Feet store.
Safe or out? It's time to go around baseball. 3 pitches, 3 swings. It's safe or out on the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
All right. Okay. We still have Six Flags tickets, and we've got Sac State tickets to give away today.
We have a scary story, Chris.
Episode 4 of Chris Roulette's Scary Stories.
I'm trying to find a ghost story. I haven't found a ghost story.
A ghost story. What would that be? Oh, let's see. How about the Niners defense? Too soon. Okay. Safe or out? Question 1.
Okay, then. Safe or out? A Subway Series is the best matchup remaining.
Yeah, so we were talking about this yesterday. We were talking about this last week. Well, the Mets doing their part. The Mets are 8 wins away from a World Championship. How about that? 4 wins away from the World Series. And the New York Yankee Bockers, they are 5 wins away from the World Series. I think it's time we start talking about it. Would it be, I think, that now, of course, best matchup.
Yeah, it's out. It's not the best matchup.
Best matchup, air quotes, is highly subjective. I would love to see either Cleveland or Detroit versus San Diego. That's just how I feel. There are people that would love to see, I think the one that would get the most votes would be Dodgers Yankees. But I look, I got no dog in the fight in New York. But I think a Subway Series, that's a pretty big deal for the number 1 city, biggest city in the country.
The city that never sleeps?
They would not sleep.
Yeah.
They would not sleep. I think it certainly would have been thought of as incredibly improbable at the beginning of the year that the Yankees and Mets would be playing each other in the World Series. But I think that's a really, really realistic possibility right now.
I'm really thinking about this, and I'm sure it exists. Like, and maybe it's different algorithms we talk about on social media. Do you remember seeing a bunch of like Jets-Giants fights, Yankees-Mets fights?
No.
I don't either.
Nope.
And I'm not saying of course, I'm sure it's happened.
Sure it's happened.
But it doesn't feel like it, and they don't like each other.
Right.
So it's not like, hey, good for you, we're rooting for you. Like, but why is that?
But that's the thing, to your point.
Like, we're considered the soft fans in California,
Yeah.
right? But why are we fighting so much? Raiders, Niners would fight.
The Sun.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But you're right to a point. Like, do the Giants and Jets hate each other? I feel like that's not even a rivalry. Or the Dodgers, Angels, or is that a rivalry? Or
I don't know if it's right, but I feel like they fight at those games.
So
like fans, I'm talking about.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, but okay, so like we keep going back to English soccer, but like they have what's called a derby. So like if Manchester City's playing Manchester United, that's a derby, and like people get stabbed. Like, I'm not making a joke. Like legit, like people fight. What do you give me a look for?
I've never been there when someone was stabbed.
I'm not saying people get stabbed when Christopher Laud's at a match. I'm saying those.
I've been to two derbies.
Oh, well, then there you go. Derbies.
Oh,
It's a derby. It's a derby. Kentucky Derby. No, it's not the Kentucky Derby. It's Kentucky Derby. I get it. Okay, well, Chris has been to two derbies.
Maybe he's doing the stabbing.
There's never been a stabbing at a derby. My point is defeated. They don't like each other. They hate each other. Everton, Liverpool, Manchester City, Manchester United, other teams I don't know of that are in the same city. But here, I mean, do the White Sox and Cubs hate each other?
I think so, but
I think the White Sox fans hate White Sox more than Cubs fans.
So I think a Yankees-Mets series, I feel like there'd be a lot of New York pride, one way or the other. But and obviously, there's always the little brother team though. The Mets are the little brother to the Yankees. The Jets are the little brother to the Giants. The A's were the little brother to the Giants. San Francisco Giants out here. Yeah, it's interesting, Jason. But
Clippers to the Lakers.
Clippers to the Lakers.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Yeah, exactly. All right, number 2, please.
Philly got sent home by the Mets. Safe or out. Their regular season doesn't mean as much as it should.
I struggle with this because we talked about this yesterday. The Phillies go all year long. They have the second best record in the league. And, they're out in 4 games. Great. So we just played 9 years of regular season baseball for whatever. But then the response is, hey, stupid, they got a bye. They got an entire bye on a series. And it's their fault they lost. Like, what do you want? They were that good. They were that good. But the fact remains, and we talked about this, it just feels like the regular season doesn't mean just get in. That doesn't mean like pennant races this year. There weren't any. The wild card. Okay, you got to get in to get in, so that matters. But then once baseball starts, it's like, okay, great. Why would we just play 7 months of baseball for this? But then it's like, well, in football, same thing. You lose one game, and I get it. I'm back and forth on it, dude.
It's probably the sport that, to be truest to the regular season, would probably need longer series. Now, I don't know that anybody's going to ask for maybe more playoff series, but longer season. For example, I believe, and I could be wrong on this, but I think, no, maybe they didn't end up winning a series, but I know the White Sox beat some people in series this year, right?
Yes.
Not many.
That's right, but they did. At least a couple.
Everybody was better than them.
That's
so
right.
You take that to the playoff, and let's say that was a 3-game series, and the White Sox beat the Yankees in 3 games, 2-1.
Yeah, that's it.
They're not better than them,
No, they're
but
not.
they were on those 3 days.
That's right.
And so when you have a smaller sample size, even 5 is still 1 great pitching outing, 1 bad hitting day.
That's
right. It's baseball's weird and quirky that way. I think it opens up the door for more teams. I think that's a good thing, but I don't think it favors the teams that have great regular seasons.
Yeah, but that's how baseball's always been.
It has.
No, it's not. Here's why. I understand where you're coming from, but here's the thing. It hasn't, because it used to be the National League versus the American League. There used to not be playoffs, and it was a 9-game series. And I'm bringing that up because the regular season mattered. and you had a 9-game series.
When was this?
I don't like in the 20s or whatever the hell.
So 100 years ago.
I'm not advocating that, but what I'm saying is I think there's got to be a hybrid. I'm not saying we should have 9-game series.
Right.
But I'll say
probably 7 in this round.
That's exactly right. I'll say it again. Bring the regular season back and make freaking wild card series 5 games. Make every other series 7 and give it more of a sample size.
Well, and I think by having the wild card and adding more teams, I think there is something to those teams that have been hot. You read the stat yesterday about how many teams that have been in since getting just as a wild card.
Oh, none of the National League wild card, the ones that got the bye, have gotten to the World Series. Chris, you had a pushback? You look like you had a pushback on what I was saying.
Yeah, adding more games.
No.
You're saying playoff games.
I'm a playoff. I'm saying pull the regular season back. Cut the regular season back to like 145.
And then we'll be saying, oh my God, they've played 140 games.
You're right.
This is how they go
but,
out.
Okay, if it's up to me, I say cut the regular season to 100. I truly do, but that will never happen financially. I understand it's unrealistic. So, yes, the regular season would still be too long, but who's going to say no? Okay, we're cutting back the regular season by 10 games. We're adding 7 or 8 playoff games.
But you know why these playoff games mean so much?
Because there's not a lot of them?
Yeah. And why the regular season doesn't matter?
But that's what I'm saying. There's got to be a hybrid.
Yeah. But also, I don't know that is it bad? I mean, the Phillies had a better record. How great is it in New York right now?
It's great.
They advanced.
They did.
They ruined the Phillies season. They ruined the Brewers season. Those teams have better records. That's part of it.
Final question. We got to go. Did the Padres miss their chance to win the series last night, Jason?
No, but that sucks for them that they didn't.
Loss.
My personal belief, I think the Padres are the best team in this whole thing. I think they're the most complete team. That also is irrelevant. Right? It doesn't matter.
And they had Dylan Cease going last night, and the Dodgers did a bullpen.
Yeah, I think they're the least flawed team. But
yeah. Now they're going to have to win in LA. We'll take a break when we come back. All right, Niners, Seahawks tonight. Let's take a first look at that and what's happening. We'll do that next.
The only place you'll find De'Aaron Fox is Sacktown Sports.
Spins away from the defender. In the paint. Soft floater. That's a great play by De'Aaron Fox.
Hey, Sacramento. It's De'Aaron Fox, and you're listening to the home of the Sacramento Kings, Sacktown Sports.
Your local sports leader.
I didn't ask to be thrown in the streets with nowhere to go. I didn't think I'd survive. But I did ask for help, and Covenant House was there for me.
1 in 10 young adults will experience a form of homelessness this year. For these kids who didn't ask to be put in this unthinkable situation, Covenant House is there.
Covenant House helped me break the cycle of homelessness in my family. They gave me the love that I needed.
Over 2,000 young people will sleep safely in a Covenant House bed tonight. When youth who are experiencing homelessness have a hot meal, a safe place to sleep, medical care, and love, they can overcome heartbreaking challenges and have a brighter future.
They just really genuinely just wanted to help me succeed, and I'm succeeding. I'm a speaker, I'm an author. Covenant House really helped me and really helped mold me into the woman I am today.
If you or someone you love is asking for help, go to safeplacetosleep.org today.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Folsom Lake Kia.
I'm Tamara Berg in the KCRV 3 Weather Center. It's Thursday. You're out the door to a comfortable start thanks in parts of that Delta breeze. We'll have sunny clouds around for this afternoon with light southwest winds and temperatures close to average with highs today in the mid to upper 80s. Get the latest forecast on the KCRV 3 News and the KCRV 3 app.
DC here, and if you've been thinking about a new car, you gotta see my friends at Folsom Lake Kia. You can always count on low payments and zero down deals with approved credit. Folsom Lake Kia, over 25 years, right here in Folsom.
There are so many things I love about fall weather. The crisp air, the changing leaves, it's all so magical. Until my kids catch a chill outside. That's where Kohl's comes in, with cozy layers, warm jeans, and more. I found all the styles my kids need when the seasons change. Plus, I got 20% off with a coupon and earned Kohl's Cash. So here's my style forecast. Prep better for fall weather at Kohl's. Select styles. Offers end October 20th. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
Everywhere you look, things are getting more expensive. So at Consumer Cellular, we're lowering the price for those 50 and up. Now you can get unlimited talk, text, and data for $30 a line when you buy 2. That's just $60 a month for 2 unlimited lines. So if you're 50 and up, make the switch and save. Come on, you've earned this. Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com today. Requires 2 lines of service, age validation, and credit approval, subject to system and area limits, taxes, and other fees apply.
Get ready to hit the gas on the best power tool deals of the year at Fasteners Tool Outlet. We're revving up the savings with our full throttle one-day DeWalt sale in Sacramento on October 12th only. We are slashing prices on a huge selection of DeWalt power tools like cordless drills, saws, combo kits, and more at costs you won't believe. Get better tools for better prices only at Fasteners Inc., Sacramento's top destination for DeWalt tools. Again, that's October 12th only on Power & Road. For more info, go to fastenersinc.net.
Have you heard you can listen to your favorite news podcasts ad-free? Good news! With Amazon Music, you have access to the largest catalog of ad-free top podcasts included with your Prime membership. Enjoy shows like The Daily, Up First, and Consider This, available ad-free on Amazon Music. To start listening, download the Amazon Music app for free or go to amazon.com/ad-free. That's amazon.com/ad-free to catch up on the latest episodes without the ads.
Buying a home is one of the biggest financial decisions you'll ever make. Before you tour a home, the real estate professional you're working with may ask you to sign a buyer's agreement, which describes the services you'll receive, each party's role and responsibilities, and how your agent will be compensated, all of which you'll want to discuss with them up front. So work with an agent who's a Realtor. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors with a duty to honestly represent you and put your interests above their own, because that's who we are.
Despite having no experience, Gavin Newsom made Jessica Morse his, quote, wildfire specialist. The result? Under Newsom and Morse, insurance rates and utility bills skyrocketed. Millions of dollars were slashed from the state's fire prevention budget, and they were even caught lying about their record, while millions of acres burned and families lost their homes. Now Gavin has chosen Jessica Morse again, this time to run for Congress. We have a better choice. Kevin Kiley. As our congressman, Kevin Kiley has worked across party lines to secure millions for wildfire protection and expand water supplies. And Kevin Kiley's bill to protect Lake Tahoe will bring up to $415 million home to our district to reduce the threat of fires and restore the ecosystem of the lake, delivering results and making a difference. Let's keep Kevin Kiley working for us.
I'm Kevin Kiley. I approve this message. Paid for by Kevin Kiley for Congress.
All guests come to you from the Folsom Lake Honda hotline. Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop.
KHD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios, Sacktown Sports 1140. The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone. And then boom.
With Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sacktown Sports.
Shout out to I'm sorry, I don't know this person. Shout out to the there's a young guy. Here's a young guy that is doing social media for one of the social media people for the Kings. And he did a couple funny things, and I'm sure there's a whole team that comes up with this idea at Media Day. And then yesterday, he's doing a video. I think it's on the Kings Instagram and stuff with Colby Jones. Colby Jones, who played last night. Let's see what Colby's line was here.
I think he had 2 points.
Yeah, but you know what? Honestly, a strong 2 points, 3 assists right there. Okay. So Colby Jones, and he says, "Hey, Colby, May 28th, 2002 is a really important day." Colby goes, "Yeah, it is." And he goes, "You want to tell everybody what happened that day?" And Colby says, "Yep, I was born. That's my birthday." And the guy goes, "No, that's the day Mike Bibby hit the shot against the Lakers." And then he plays the video of Mike Bibby hitting the shot against the Lakers, to which Colby responds, "Yeah, I think I was born right at that moment." And that's a really good bit, and it's kind of an interesting fact. Also, Colby Jones was born the day Mike Bibby hit the shot against the Lakers, and he's now playing for the Sacramento Kings.
Get used to that.
Just That's just silly, Jason. Silly. Also, as we get into the Niners, I had one football note I saved. Where is it here? The 49ers are 2-3. 1 point loss to Arizona, 3 point loss to the Rams, 6 point loss to Minnesota. 13 red zone drives in those games, resulting in 5 touchdowns. You've been all over this all year, Jason. In 2023, that's last year, their red zone conversion percentage was 67%. That's number 1 in the NFL. This year, their red zone conversion percentage is 41%. That's 29th in the NFL. Goal to go conversion percentage, 83% last year, 4th, 50% this year, 31st. That ain't good. That ain't good. Hey, this just in. That's not good.
No, and just this last week, 3 field goals, less than 30 yards? So that's all your goal to go situations. Like, you're going to have some field goals. I mean, I don't want to make it like you got to score a touchdown every drive. We know that doesn't happen, but it's happening too much to them. And those short, that's 9 points right there. If those are touchdowns, that's 20. That game's over. They're 3-2. We're feeling different. Today is definitely a battle for sole possession in first place, all those kind of things. So, but they happen, and they got to figure out why. And part of it, I know Matt Barrows told us earlier in the week. I mean, that's where a guy like McCaffrey is really missed. I mean, he was great.
That's the Swiss Army knife.
Yeah.
I know it's Niners at 7, but I'm going to give you a Raiders stat that I saw yesterday. This is from Josh Dubow from the AP. Aiden O'Connell will start for the Raiders Sunday at home versus the Steelers with a win. Aiden O'Connell and Antonio Pierce will tie for the most wins by a quarterback coach combo at Allegiant Stadium. Would you like to know who anyone want to take a guess? Text line, YouTube, as to who they will tie with for the most wins quarterback coach combo at Allegiant Stadium?
Mahomes and Reed.
Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid circle Kansas Square. That is a hell of a job, Jason Ross. You've got a lot of stuff in your butt, because that's the second thing you pulled out this week. What was it yesterday? Sly Fox?
I was more proud of that one.
My goodness, I don't know. That's a pretty good pull on your part.
Well, if not, it's a short time there. It's obviously, what other Raider coach QB combo would that be? So then it's somebody they play a lot in. I just went, Harbaugh's been there long enough, and the Chargers. Yeah, it just made sense.
They won their Super Bowl there.
Yeah,
that's true. Yeah, counting the Super Bowl, huh? Yeah. That's one win, right? Yeah, golly, figure it out. Come on. Niners tonight. They got a new kicker, so we're excited about that.
Will he be in your pick 6?
He's gonna be in my pick 6.
Okay,
just to do it. Okay. You know what? You got to show love.
Yeah. No Kyle Juszczyk.
Tonight.
No, apparently he's like the 3rd kicker.
Yes, because it's Wisnowski and then Juszczyk. Matthew Wright, his friends call him Matt, is 28 years old, went to Central Florida.
At least they don't call him Wide.
Oh, God, that's a terrible nickname.
Wide Right?
Matthew Wide Right? He's okay. I'm telling you right now, my pick 6, just because you said that, that's my random stat. Matthew Wright will miss one wide right now.
I thought ironically it would be left.
He has played 20 games in the NFL for, he's played 5 years with 5 teams. Well, 4 teams. Pittsburgh, followed by Jacksonville, followed by the Chiefs, followed by Pittsburgh, and then Carolina last year. He has hit 85% of his field goals. He is 9 of 9 from 29 and under. 14 of 15, 39 and under. 11 of 14, 49 and under. 6 of 9 from 50 plus.
Okay.
His long is 59, and he has missed 2 extra points in his career. By the way, those could be blocked. We don't know.
Yeah.
We never know that. There should be context there. You miss, like, for field goal. Okay, I'm just saying something small. But if you miss a field goal or an extra point because it was blocked, that's different than if you shank it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There should be context there. I don't know why he's bounced around so much, though. Those aren't terrible numbers. Is he a cancer in the locker room?
Yes.
Matthew Wide right. So there's that. As far as the matchups go, this to me is really going to come down to, can the Niners contain, or I guess I should say, prevent themselves from being contained by the Seattle defense. That is a young, hungry, opportunistic defense. And this is one of those games where I think if the Niners lose tonight, we're going to come back tomorrow and Brock Purdy's going to have thrown 2 or 3 interceptions.
Mm-hmm.
There's going to be turnovers. If you told me right now the Niners would not turn the ball over tonight, I'd say they're going to win the game.
Yeah. I mean, I think the offense has shown they can move the ball between the 20s and maybe even a little further than that last week, but it's the red zone. It's getting touchdowns, and then to me, it's run defense. And that's got to be better with Kenneth Walker and Zach Charbonnet, the Seahawks runner. So they got to do a better job in the run game this week because they were doing a good job on Connor until the second half of last week against Arizona. Then it seemed like he was breaking every tackle. They need drives to get down the field, and they just chose to run, and it was working. And credit the Cardinals for doing that, but the Niner run defense has to get better.
And Kenneth Walker's 5'9", 211, whereas Charbonnet's like I think 6'1". Yeah, he's a big boy. Yeah. So they've got. It's not exactly Tiki Barber and Ron Dane, but it is a different look. And I think when Kenneth Walker is healthy, I think he's honestly one of the more underrated backs in the game. He is a really good back. Here's the other thing: you got DK Metcalf. Lockett's healthy, isn't he?
Yeah.
I always got to make sure with Tyler Lockett. You have DK Metcalf, Tyler Lockett, and then Jackson Smith-Njigba, who are all three. That Noah Fant at tight end, who they got in that Russell Wilson trade from Denver, is a perfectly good tight end. That secondary is going to get tested tonight. Here's the bottom line. Don't turn the ball over. Get to Geno Smith.
Yep.
You got to fluster him. Even if you're not sacking him 5 times, get him out of the pocket and spy on him. And you're going to have a decent – if he's got time back there, those receivers will get open. And that all really, to me, Jason, comes down to that running game like we talked about. If they can establish the run, Niners are in trouble because the Seahawks have a few things they can hit them with.
Yeah, and and Geno Smith, I still hope – I don't think gets enough love for what he's done. The amount of people that – stick around in the league and kind of fill that backup QB role and just kind of they can make a career out of it, but generally they get another opportunity and it's for a couple games because someone's hurt and then right back to the backup. He kind of got thrown in there and they kept him and he's been good, which is really good for him. I mean, because again, these stories generally don't go the way they have for him.
No. And
like Baker's doing it a little bit now
that's
too,
right? What I find interesting is that look at how much we've talked about Baker Mayfield. Look at how much we're talking about Sam Darnold this year. Geno Smith needs to be right in there. Another example, perhaps, of a quarterback that has talent that just didn't develop right away. And it's not a fluke with Geno Smith. He's put together a couple of really good seasons. I guess the last thing I'd say, we'll have more on Niners at 9, and we'll get into this back again at 7:43 as well. Their first 3 wins, Jason Ross, they won by 6 at home over Denver. It took them overtime to beat New England in New England. They beat Miami 24-3, but that was the Skylar Thompson game. Let's just be honest there. And then they've lost by 81-49. 81-49 combined score to Detroit and the Giants at home. We're going to see tonight because there's a lot of questions being asked about Seattle, and they're going to get a good chance to answer them. Because they may also not be very good. That record may be a complete farce. But they're also on a 2-game losing streak.
Right.
They're going to be angers, very angers.
And short week, they're at home. They have that advantage.
That's right. Last thing, Jason, Amazon Prime has the game tonight. Would it be, what was Chris's stupid random stat last week? That wasn't really a random stat. What was it? I got mad at.
Purdy will rush for 10 yards.
Yeah, Purdy will rush for 10 yards. So is Chris's random stat going to be tonight? the Amazon broadcast will show a video of a fish being thrown at the fish market in Seattle.
Maybe. Guaranteed.
Or, the broadcast will go to break at some point to a Pearl Jam song.
Maybe. Al Michaels will mention the point spread.
Maybe. No, that's a definitely. We'll take a break. When we come back, let's get into 3 for Madness. There's retirement that's happening in sports of a first ballot Hall of Famer in that sport. So
They've got a Hall of Fame?
I think they do. Huh. Yeah, I don't know. That's a good point. And Hurricane Milton is for the most part moved through, but took a little bit of, we're talking about all the real issues, but did a little sports damage as well. If you haven't seen those pictures, we'll explain. We'll talk about that. In the meantime, one final note on the Kings, Jason Ross, from last night. What I really enjoyed seeing was the way Fox was able.
What's up? We're talking to Chad Hoblet of Hoblet Dodge.
What? What did I do? Did I just do something?
Yeah.
How the hell did I do that?
I don't know.
Well, I just blew my transition. I was going to do a whole Fox drove to the basket. And why isn't he driving a Hoblet? And then somehow I must have just clipped my old spot. That's where we do the Carmichael Dave here for Hoblet. Yeah, thank you. Just give me the music. Hoblet, Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram. Smooth. In Woodland. How are you celebrating Jeep Adventure Days? Well, I had some sushi last night. I will say that. That's how I celebrate Jeep Adventure
I had a
Days.
sushi taco last night.
You had a Shaco?
Yeah.
What? What the?
Is sushi a taco?
Yeah, is taco a sushi? What is sushi? What was the tortilla?
Like a seaweed thing that was fried.
Oh, and then it was filled with sushi stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that would work as kind of as a burrito. I think like if you could roll up the sushi in a seaweed tortilla.
Isn't sushi already a burrito?
Isn't that a sushi roll?
Oh, sushi roll. Sushi roll. What is that? Oh, that's a Papa Roach song. That's a Broken Home. Sorry. DeMar DeRozan. By helping you can 16 grand off MSRP on all remaining new 2024 Jeep Grand Cherokee 4xEs, plus a lifetime of savings at the pump with 56 miles per gallon with the whole electric and all that. Remember, this is a 30-second break, everybody, so chill. Huge savings, especially as gas prices seem to be going up again, but that's not it. Over 200 quality used cars available, 46 under 20 grand at the new Hoblet certified pre-owned supercenter in historic downtown Woodland. If you need a vehicle, new or used, your first step needs to be to Hoblet, because you will not find bigger savings on a better selection of vehicles anywhere. Search, select, save through their whole inventory at HobletDodge.com. Unbeatable prices, unbeatable selection. Nobody beats Hoblet. Period. 30 seconds. We'll pause. We'll come right back with 3 for Madness next.
Subscribe to Sacktown Sports on YouTube and watch the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross, Stiles and Watkins, and the Drive Guys. Live Monday through Friday from 6 to 6. Plus view archive shows and exclusive content.
Subscribe at youtube.com/Sacktown Sports.
3 questions, 3 answers. It's 3 for Madness on the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Here's question 1.
I have a friend who sends memes 19 times a day, although he hasn't sent a meme lately. I wonder if he's okay. And
maybe he's backed up.
Yeah, maybe. Well, they always, he always sends them in a certain like 10 to 20 minute time frame in the morning, like clockwork. I know exactly what's going on there. But every once in a while, memes nail it. I saw this during the break. It just shows a guy looking into the camera in a car with his wife next to him in the passenger seat. He says, "Before I got married, I just smashed into the back of cars because I didn't have a wife to gasp and scream when someone braked 3 miles ahead." That's literally the most accurate meme I've ever seen. That is the most accurate meme I've ever seen. The amount of times that I literally have asked Melissa to put a bag on her head or something when we're driving, because I can't. We start arguing. Oh, it's like, dude. And by the way, knock on wood, salt, shoulder, whatever. Just for the record, accident count: Melissa 2, Carmichael Dave 0. Right,
lifetime
career. Yes.
Wow.
but it's 100% true. The amount of flinching and gasping that she does for something that is so far. I'll literally be like, Melissa, I'm like 8 car lengths behind. Count them, 8 car lengths behind this vehicle on the freeway in the left lane. But they throw their she sees their brake lights and what that does is it's a chain reaction because then I don't know at first. I'm just sitting there driving, and then she does that, and I'm thinking, oh my God, a squirrel or something. I don't know.
You know what's interesting? I wonder how this test would go, but my hunch tells me, you've been talking about Avery driving and or Mason at some point, I feel like you would gasp more than Melissa on this.
With them
daughter,
in the car?
No, with them driving behind
the
wheel.
Yeah. No, you're probably I think it would be a giant gasp. For me. Yes, you're right. Especially at first. Maybe it's something about people that drive but no, because I read
you're in control.
Yeah, right? I understand that. I mean, it's really a valid point you're making. But if I'm riding around with you in your car, Jason, of which I don't think obviously we have. Well, when we go to spring training, if you're driving, I'm not gasping.
Right. I don't think.
Now I'm going to look for it next time.
You were always driving.
That is true. Were you gasping? I remember you gasping once.
Well, you made me sit in the back.
That's true. 3 for Madness. Question 1, please.
Rafael Nadal announced he's retiring at the end of this season. Where does he rank for you all time?
Rafael Nadal. I'd say top 5, I think. So in some order, whatever order you want. Federer, Djokovic. It's like I want to say Arthur Ashe, but I don't. I'm just gonna be honest. It's because I feel like I'm supposed to because he's amazing. But I don't really know his numbers.
Right.
So I'm gonna leave that.
These 3 have the most.
Yeah,
they're all at the same time.
And he's certainly the best clay court guy of all time.
By far.
I mean, he has 900 French Opens.
Yeah. Out of 700. Yeah.
Let's just say post 70s. Who else would you put in there?
McEnroe, Connors,
Lendl,
Connors, Sampras, Agassi.
Sampras. I knew I was forgetting one. Yeah, Sampras, definitely. So Sampras, Djokovic, Nadal, Federer, all solid top 5.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. What a career. And now you've got Alcatraz and Sinner that are it's who's taking over now? Who are the new Agassi's and Djokovic, and Nadal?
And he's still going.
He is still going.
Yeah.
I mean, Nadal's got a long life of. I guarantee you, he's going to enjoy his air quotes. He's just going to be on beaches, long hair flowing, sipping whatever, eating amazing food. He's going to look like he's in one of them Condé Nast commercials or magazines or something, just traveling. Probably get a boat, wear a sailor hat, hang out. He's going to
Nadal on a boat.
Nadal on a boat. But you're a tennis guy. I mean, he's tremendous.
Yeah, it's top 5 for sure. It's just kind of the order. Again, most championships, he's up there, and so is Djokovic. For me personally, my number 1 is Federer. That's just my personal favorite. But I mean, Nadal was about as dominant as on one surface as anybody has ever been. So, yeah, it's an all-timer. He's a top 5 for sure.
Number 2, please.
Question 2.
When your team plays Thursday night, does it put a damper on the rest of the weekend?
It does, but here's the thing. This is what I've settled into. So I look at the schedule when the schedule comes out, and I let Melissa know. The Niners are playing on Thursday nights. That's if there's going to be anything on a Sunday, that's when you do it. If I'm going to miss some
this Sunday's the one.
Right. So it does kind of free up that during the football season, football teams get buys. Football fans don't get buys because even if your team has a bye, there's other teams and there's fantasy football. When you really think about the plight of the fan, it's pretty crazy. These weak ass athletes making their millions of dollars. Oh, I need a rest.
Yeah, weak.
No rest for us. So when this is the closest we kind of get to a bye. All right, well, Niners play Thursday. That's in the books. Okay, now I got some stuff to do this weekend because I'm not going to come back up for air until probably February. Maybe even February. But yeah, it does take a little, Sunday comes like, all right, well, there's other football, but.
And the best thing is if you play Thursday night and you win. So then you win, you hopefully watch some more carnage over the weekend, these other teams that will lose. But conversely, someone's going to lose tonight.
That's right.
And you don't want to be that team, especially if you're the Niners. You can't lose this one.
Can't lose this one.
Nope.
But, somewhere up in Seattle, our buddies Brock and Sock or Softy or whomever up there, Dave Mahler, all the Seattle.
They're saying the same thing.
They're saying you can't lose this one.
Yeah.
We should have had them on today. Why didn't we think about? I didn't think about that. That's dumb of me. We should have had Brock or Salk or somebody on. We could talk a little garbage back and forth.
Garbage.
Number 3, please.
Question 3.
Large portions of the Trop were blown off due to Hurricane Milton. Is the worst stadium in baseball in Tampa Bay?
Text line 916-339-1140. Steve Kerr is a mental stranglehold on Mike Brown. He literally just lost to Mike Brown and their season ended.
That's exactly where he wanted him to be.
Now I've got him. Also from the YouTube chat, Russ Wing. Russ always. Was it yesterday? Pearl Jam sucks is the worst band. I don't know what the hell it was. Russ says, Dave doesn't let his kids drive because sheltering them from normal human experiences will help them cope with the world better. That's always my rule with this. I know this might be controversial. I know some people aren't going to like this, but like Russ doesn't have kids. Because we've had this argument before. If you don't have kids, I can't say you don't get to have an opinion on parenting. Of course you do. You can have an opinion on everything. But it's worth like 15% of parents. So like if Chris gives me parenting advice, God bless you, Chris. I'm not trying to pick on you, but Chris doesn't have kids right now. Yet, I say.
That I know of.
I pray for the day. Chris, if Chris ever has kids, it's going to be Uncle Dave. Like I'm telling you, I will take such an active interest in that just to watch Chris go through it.
And the way the world works, Chris is probably going to get like an angelic kid.
I see what you're saying. Well, you saw a little bit of it. I brought in my little cousin.
Little cousin's great. Great name. Super name. Best name in the world. David. But.
Oh, he might be showing up in November.
But that's not yours.
It's not my kid.
That's right.
It was so fun just to go like, all right, great seeing you, David.
Right.
Back to your mom.
But let me tell you. Listen, like if Chris gives you parenting advice, of course, listen to everything. Good ideas can come from anywhere, Jason.
Mm-hmm.
But also if you haven't, like Russ is over there, watching soccer and I don't know what the hell
I think
Russ
my
does.
parenting advice would be, well, what my parents did was this. And that's what screwed me up.
Yeah. Which is perfectly fair. That's exactly how kidless parenting advice should be. My experiences as a kid. And that's where it's to stop at the Rubicon. Or that's not the saying, is it?
No, it's not.
No. That is the worst stadium, I think, in all of baseball. And I'm counting the Coliseum. They really should, dude. Like I don't like anyone moving anywhere.
Yeah.
But the case for the Rays moving, for example, if it was, should the Rays or the A's move to Vegas? Well, let's see. One is in a top 10 market. No, the A's aren't a small market team. That's the San Francisco Bay Area. I think it's top 5. The population, the metro, the attendance, the what, the this, that. The Rays have always been like, the Rays honestly are like the permanent version of what the A's are going to be here for the next 4 years. It feels like Tampa Bay is an Airbnb for them. They're just there. Oh, look, the Rays are there. It's cute. Oh, if they make the playoffs, I guess we'll mostly go, but not all of us. And now there's nothing good about a hurricane. This is always where I say something great about a hurricane. That's not what I'm saying. There's nothing good about a hurricane, all the disclaimers you need and all that. But if that means they've got to like refurbish the stadium, then good. Make those owners pay and refurbish the stinking stadium. They probably I'm sure they had like insurance.
They're getting a new stadium, right?
Are they?
Yeah.
Is that happening?
Uh-huh.
Well, they better hurry.
Sure.
You think they have insurance? Imagine that insurance policy.
Oh my goodness.
I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
Oh, my aunt and uncle are doing that thing of visiting every ballpark.
Uh-huh.
And they've been to Tampa and they said it's like watching a game at a Costco.
Oh my God, that sounds
free samples.
Right. $1.99 hot dogs.
Suddenly intrigued. I went to the game and left with toilet paper.
Yeah, I've got enough toilet paper for the rest of my life.
Yeah. And a shredder. Just because.
What were we? Oh, yeah. So you have homeowners insurance?
Uh-huh.
Is that stadium owners insurance?
It's got to be.
You go to like farmers? Like, what is... You call in, what's your deductible? Hey, our roof blew off.
Yeah.
Oh?
Man, if you've been seeing the news, like insurance companies are fleeing Florida.
Okay, sir, you just need your deductible. We'll estimate the damage at $21 million, and we'll have an adjuster right out. Well, what is my deductible? Your deductible's $22 million.
You owe us.
You owe us for this thing. And then, yeah. Anyways, yeah, 100,000%. 100,000%.
That's a lot of percent.
That's a lot of percent. We'll take a break. When we come back, what, if anything, did you get out of last night's Kings game? What did you glean? What did you learn? What taught you? Or what did you learn? What taught you something? We'll talk about that in a second. In the meantime, I want to talk about saving you money. I really do. I enjoy saving you money right now with Sacramento Fall finally upon us. American Energy wants to help you stay warm this fall and make sure your system is operating safely. Safe. Now's the time to take advantage of the $49 fall tune-up inspection, regularly $119. And that includes, by the way, a full safety and duct inspection. If your system's over 10 years old, the tune-up is on them. So call American Energy right now. They've been around since 1981. They are A+ with the Better Business Bureau, serving the greater Sacramento area. 916-920-9990, AmericanEnergyAir.com. Go to the AEWay.com, actually. You can get yourself an instant quote. The AE is an AmericanEnergyWay.com for an instant quote. And when you do so, tell me, good buddy Carmichael Dave sent you. We'll take a break. When we come back, hey, last night's Kings game next.
The only place you'll find Keegan Murray is Sacktown Sports.
Out to Keegan Murray, straight away for three, and Keegan knocks down the triple.
Hey, Sacramento, it's Keegan Murray, and you're listening to the home of Sacramento Kings, Sacktown Sports.
Your local sports leader.
When it comes to fighting for families and protecting kids, no one works harder than our Assemblyman, Josh Hoover. A member of the Bipartisan Problem Solvers Caucus, Hoover has worked across party lines and proposed tougher penalties for fentanyl crimes, stricter sentences for drug trafficking near schools, and RILA's law to make sure anyone who abuses a child is held accountable. A former school board member, Josh has fought to support school police officers, prohibit homeless encampments near schools, and increase funding for school facilities. Josh Hoover knows that families have been paying more for everything from gas and groceries to utilities and insurance. In the Assembly, Josh is working to provide relief to families, reduce the cost of housing, and stop Gavin Newsom from raising gas prices even more next year. Josh Hoover is making a difference for our families, our community, and our future. Our voice, our Assemblyman, Josh Hoover.
Paid for by Hoover for Assembly 2024.
Model year-end pricing is back at Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop.
During the model year-end event, lower interest rates at Folsom Lake Honda make lower payments. It's no wonder why Folsom Lake Honda is your one-stop Honda shop. Come in today or check out our
instant cash offer for your trade at FolsomLakeHonda.com. We'll buy your car whether you buy from us or not. Folsom Lake Honda is your one-stop Honda shop.
Folsom Lake Honda. Go to FolsomLakeHonda.com. Your one-stop Honda shop.
It's the Big Sky home opener for the Sacramento State Hornets this Saturday. 6 p.m. kickoff versus Eastern Washington. Get your tickets at HornetSports.com.
Sports.
Thanks, Joe.
Thanks, Joe. Thanks, Chris. we've made it very clear that we do not. This isn't one of those things too where we're trying to back into it either. We do not like that idea.
You don't like that call?
No, not a very good call. No, like DeMar DeRozan. No, gonna be in my head all day.
Yep.
Other than a Creed chant. What'd you get last night
from the game?
Yeah, what did you're broadcasting along with the great Gary Gerald, 40th year in the business. Well, not in the business and broadcasting. What'd you get out of it?
I brought this up earlier, and I think the first thing that was most noticeable, tangible, you're going into this game knowing it's preseason, knowing that it doesn't count as far as, they do keep standings of preseason records, but nobody really cares. But it felt like, there was literally a buzz in the building. The energy was great. There were Warrior fans too, which always elevates just the competitive nature of each side. And it was loud. I hope it felt that way and sounded that way on TV. I think the people that were there were really into it. And it's like, man, that honestly was the most startling thing of the evening.
Just the
vibe.
The vibe.
And you're just going, wow. This game literally, the Kings could lose 300-0 or win 4-3. It didn't really matter. It was how they were going to play, but everybody was there just having a good time, sellout crowd. So that was the most noticeable. Did not feel like a preseason game. And then kind of some of the things we discussed before, if everything they were doing offensively with that main group that started, and they started, for everyone that didn't know, Fox and Ellis, along with Keegan, DeRozan, and Sabonis, read, react. There was no sets called. They just were playing free and watching what the defense was doing and finding open things and dribble handoffs. And the offense looked really good with that main group.
Do you think the vibe is the same or better or worse? Is there any difference if it's the Kings and the Clippers, Kings and Suns?
Maybe.
Yeah,
we'll find out
Warriors
Sunday.
Thing?
Blazers are here, right?
Yeah.
So that'll be different. Partly the Warriors, and there were Warrior fans. They've got a new look. They've got some players that Buddy Hield was great. I thought, obviously they shot the lights out. It's incredible what they did. But yeah, there's a history here. And I don't know on the, I think for years, you and I have done this so long that there's something just when you say the Lakers, right? It's just, but it's not that same group. When you say Warriors now, it's a lot of this group. It's Coach Kerr, it's Draymond, it's Steph, it's Wiggins who didn't play last time. Like that's the group that beat the Kings in 7 games. So, there's something still to that. And yeah, sure, it's preseason, but maybe that was where a little bit of that. And it also reminds you, like, look, whatever you feel about the team going into a year, like there's a genuine excitement. And I think this year there's an excitement about this team. And I feel like that's why a lot of people were there to see what they were going to look at for the first time.
20 minutes for Isaac Jones last night. He was 4 of 7 with 10 points, a couple of assists, a rebound. He had a steal, and he had not 1 but 2 blocks, Jason Ross.
So the Warriors go to work. Great pass through 2 defenders. Isaac Jones with a block at the rim against Golden State after a sensational setup by Curry.
Isaac Jones, 6'9", 245, 24 years old, out of Washington State.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So there was, we had media day, last week, but there was a kind of a media gathering, like an informal, impromptu, off the record type of thing a while back with Monty and Mike Brown. They've done that, and they've done that with the media. It's good. Just we'll get together, but just, some of the things that between media day there, just you've heard around, like Isaac Jones is kind of like when you say, what do the Kings need? You've talked about it. I think you're right. Like another big athletic, versatile wing. Like he and I think Jaden McDaniels kind of fit that bill. Of the two yesterday, Jones was better. You can see some elements like his length, like his arm wingspan. I can't remember what it is. It's very noticeable. And as you could tell it's not quite there, but if it gets there, like that's someone like Keon Ellis has developed. To his credit, he developed. He got better. He got off the 2-way contract to an everyday player he started playoff games and playing games and stuff. So, he's, that kind of guy that has grown his game, and you hope this can be the same kind of thing. And if so, I think there's a chance that he can help the team down the line.
Isaac Jones averaged 15.3 points and 7.6 rebounds a game, was a first-team All Pac-12 at Washington. Now, he has yet to, he's only 24, but still that's considered a veteran, if you will, for the NBA. When you talk about, I'm just trying to look at a scouting report here on him. I'm just curious. 7'3" wingspan, as you said, despite being listed at 6'8", excellent leaping ability, plays much taller than he is, and should be able to adjust to the NBA's physicality, especially against power forwards, due to his length. He has the potential to be a decent perimeter defender due to his footwork and above average acceleration. He's a good on-ball defender. Lacks awareness at times in off-ball situations. Offensive game, doesn't really talk much about that. That's not one of his deals. Can make the extra pass. Needs to continue to develop his offense, but looks competent enough to be on the NBA floor regularly. Improves every season.
There was a sequence that I think would be the perfect capsule of what he is. So I can't remember who got to the basket. He has great help, comes over and does, like, right at the rim. He makes a great block. Just a fabulous block. Kings going the other way, move the ball around. The right play is throw to him in the corner. So to finish the highlight, there he is, Dave, wide open corner three. He airballed. Now, again, people miss. That's fine. But that's the part that needs to be refined a little bit. But that's what this is for. That's what get him the reps. And I think he's also one of those guys maybe playing with, the better group. He might shine a little bit more. And hey, look, this is a time while Lyles is out and other people are missing, Herter, people get a chance. And I'm still waiting. It's preseason. If I have a request to Mike Brown, I want him to play Mason, Colby, and Isaac. So you have the three Jones.
Yes.
And then Keon and Boogie.
I'm literally looking at this.
So if you play Keon and Boogie, you have Ellis, Jones, Jones.
That's right. God dang it, Jason. That's scary. I'm looking at it as you're talking about it, like, oh my God, they got to play the Ellis Jones lineup.
Yeah, and I told that to G-Man. I said, then if that happens, will you not say a first name? So
just say Ellis to Ellis over Jones.
Ellis. There's Jones. Ellis.
And then what if they draft? And then next year, coming out of the draft, out of, let's say, UConn is an Ellis Jones. How fun
and
would
a
that?
Jones Ellis.
Trying to think of somebody's first name being Jones.
Why not?
Jones Crawford, Jones Collins.
Yeah. Jonesy Mitchell.
The late who's the one? She always had all the plastic surgery. Comedian. Jones Rivers.
Yeah.
Thank you. God, I'm blanking on that. Jones Rivers.
And the game was called by Mark Jones.
Mark Jones.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Katie Ellis.
We'll take a break. When we come back, Niners tonight.
Unfortunately, the guard for Texas A&M, Ellis Jones, is no longer playing.
Well, that means he's available.
Yeah.
What are you doing, Ellis? Should we have him on next week?
Yes.
That'd be the weirdest guest ever. Hey, welcome in.
Wait,
Ellis
why do you want me on?
His name's Ellis Jones.
Yeah, you'll understand.
If Monty McNair, all we're saying is this. If Monty McNair called, do you pick up the phone? I would be willing to trade Monty, allowing Drew Timme.
Monty?
I'm saying no, not trade. I'm saying I'd be if Monty really wanted Drew Timme because I didn't want to say this publicly, but Drew Timme is not he's not going to be with the Kings because I told Monty that would hurt my feelings.
Oh, you did it?
He was cool with it.
Gotcha.
But I'd be willing to let him bring Drew Timme back if he brought Ellis Jones out of retirement. Where does that rank as we go to break, Jason, in top sports stories of all time? If he did do that and then Ellis Jones ends up being an all-star in like 3 years. That's like a Disney movie, right? What have I told you? 2 radio hosts in Sacramento, California. In a world. 80.
Yeah, he majored in kinesiology and is doing things for others. Come on, Ellis.
Kinesiology. Is that the study of your kines?
Mm-hmm.
What is even?
I mean, kind of.
Yeah, exactly. All right, we'll take
that was my first major for 3 months.
Kinesiology.
Yeah.
What is if you major in kinesiology? What does that? What is the job that leads to? Or a
athletic trainer.
Yeah.
Is that it?
Mhm.
Okay.
You're studying the arms, the shoulders, and the knees.
Why would I almost spit take a joke we were just doing 10 seconds ago, but when you said it was a lot funnier? I'm going to think about that during the break. When we come back, is there a rivalry between the Niners and Seahawks? Like, literally, we really need to break it down.
Let's do it.
Let's break it down next.
On the move? Got somewhere to be?
Take Sacramento Kings basketball with you. The Sacktown Sports app will let you stay connected to your passion. Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with the Sacktown Sports app.
When an overwhelmed injury victim calls Ashton or Price, we immediately remove their legal burden and introduce them to the very best medical care in the region. They focus on their health, and we handle all the rest. When they reach the end of their medical journey and are reunited with happiness and hope, we unleash our decades of legal experience to obtain maximum compensation. We are real, local, experienced litigators and snappy dressers, too. Consultation's free, and there's never a fee until we win.
Remember, for the best advice, don't think twice. Call Ashton and Price.
Power Business Technology is proud to be 100% independent, locally owned, and managed Toshiba copier dealer. Local ownership cuts out the red tape, allowing ourselves to never be too busy to personally answer the call when our clients need us. Recognized for excellence in service execution, training, and customer service, we're proud to be named a 2022 Toshiba ProMasters Elite Dealer. Contact us today for all of your business printing needs at 844-POWER-BZ. That's 844-769-3729, or visit us at powercopiers.com.
It ignites something inside of you. Lightning and the thunder. Sets alight an elevated state of being. Days are pure exhilaration. And the nights, they're simply electric. See it, hear it, feel it. Thunder, feel the thunder. Lightning and the thunder. Thunder Valley Casino Resort. Feel the thunder.
Don't you deserve healthcare you can count on? Well, you can count on United Healthcare with Medicare plans that fit your life today and as your needs change tomorrow. You can enjoy reliable coverage and low out-of-pocket costs with a Medicare Advantage plan from United Healthcare. United Healthcare Medicare Advantage plans. Made for California, trusted everywhere. The Medicare annual enrollment period ends December 7th, so go to uhc.com/Medicare today.
This season, get premium tech that inspires joy from Dell Technologies. Bring projects to life with the XPS 16. It delivers supercharged processing for enhanced productivity and freedom to express yourself. Performance-class Dell PCs with Intel Core Ultra processors deliver a dedicated engine to help accelerate AI. Enjoy free shipping, Dell rewards, and expert support. When you get a Dell PC with AI, it gives back. Shop now at Dell.com/deals.
Paul's new drone startup just lost its most genius computer scientist.
We just lost our best genius to some new genius who's got a genius new idea. I'm going to have to find a new genius or two half geniuses and fast.
He needs a computer scientist that can keep his startup from falling down.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. When you sponsor a job on Indeed, it's easier for talented candidates to find it, which makes it easier for you to hire them. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Don't let summer energy slip away. Live the active life you love year-round with a personally fit arch support system from the Good Feet store. Precision engineered to support all four arches. Good Feet puts your feet in a more ideal, comfortable, and pain-free position. And Good Feet arch supports are now HSA and FSA eligible. Book a free fitting at goodfeet.com or come in and get a free pair of OS First Performance socks. Free. Normally a $25 value at the Good Feet store.
The only place in the morning to get your sports fix.
Live and vocal.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Probably say this more often, but especially with Kings back, we understand how listeners work. And of course, we've got our MCs and Zeebs and Chris's everybody in there, even Russell, that are pretty much here year round. And of course, we appreciate all of you. But, when a season starts, there's some people that tune in just for the Kings, or some people that tune in just for the Niners, or whatever. So to our new listeners or new old listeners, welcome in. Just to remind you a couple of things. Everybody grab a pen. No need for a pencil. You don't need to erase it.
Sharpie?
Sharpie's fine.
Okay.
All right. Ready? And 1-800-920-1140. That is our phone number. You can call us and we will say hi to you. 916-339-1140. Jason's actually writing this down. That's so he can remember. 916-339-1140 is how you can text us. You can go to YouTube and just search Sacktown Sports. Subscribe. You got to hit the little subscribe-y. And then hit the thumbs up. That will make MC very happy. And you do not want to see MC angry.
Mm-mm.
Nobody puts MC in a corner.
No.
And that is our one of our 2 chat captains. So say hi there. Join the chat if you wish, or just lurk and watch the madness unfold. Welcome in and welcome in. Oh, and by the way, we bribe people here. That's what we do. We bribe you to listen. So we will have Discovery Kingdom tickets, formerly Marine World Africa USA. For those of you old schoolers, we've got tickets there, and we got a 4-pack of tickets to go see the Sac State Hornets. Stingers up.
Stingers all the way up.
Speaking of phones, Ashley, good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I am good. How are you?
Not too bad, though. I wanted to pop on here and give my take as to if the Niners and Seahawks are rivals. And for me, personally, I'm always going to say yes. I feel like, and the reason why is I'm still salty personally about the Navarro Bowman injury at the goal line, where he clearly got control of the ball and stripped the ball from the Seahawks. And I feel like genuinely, if that play didn't happen and he doesn't get hurt and they call the Niners with the ball, I personally feel the Niners do win that Super Bowl. Obviously, we'll never know. But because of that, personally, I'm still salty about it. So I say, yes, we are still rivals.
We are still rivals. That was the question. Are the Seahawks and Niners rivals? So we've talked about rivalries a lot on the show, Jason. Like, for example, Kings Lakers.
Mm-hmm.
But we both, at least in our opinions, feel like the Kings and Warriors is more of a rivalry game, because not just of the geography that never mattered before, because we've never had a time when both were decent, much less good at the same time. But also because they've been facing each other in the postseason, and that's kind of how you build a rivalry.
Right.
Now, when it comes to the classic Niners rivalries, it's 2 teams. It's the Cowboys, and then you would also say the Los Angeles Rams for the old schoolers.
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel a rivalry with the Rams any more than I feel a rivalry with the Cardinals, per se, because they're in the division. But then I think, okay, when let's say all the teams, let's say they're all 6-2. Niners, Cowboys, Seahawks. Which game am I more geeked up for? And I'm having a really hard time saying anything but the Cowboys.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that has more to do with the fact that I dislike their fans than maybe because I remember Deion Sanders walking all over us, or Michael Irvin. So I don't know what the Niners. I think technically Seattle's the biggest rival. I just don't. It's no Richard Sherman there anymore.
Right.
There's no Russ Wilson. I don't feel that.
Pete Carroll.
You're exactly right.
Harbaugh and Carroll, I think, kind of is where it started. And it was hot. It was really a big deal.
Michael Crabtree and the chain.
For a couple of years.
Yeah.
But part of that was because not only in division, but they were facing each other in very high leverage, meaningful postseason games. And that hasn't happened in a while. And I think lately we've seen, the team that's kind of been that is the Chiefs, right? Like that game to me, when the Niners play the Chiefs this year, will feel like the biggest game of the regular season to me, depending on how the Niners are record-wise and the Chiefs.
Honest to God, that's the right answer.
Right?
That's their biggest rival is
because
the Chiefs.
That's who's kept them from 2 substantial goals and 2 trophies. So they don't always face him, but they are facing him again this year. And I think the Cowboys have so much history, and it's kept going. There's been some playoff games that the Niners have been on the right side of here lately. It felt like there's something there with the Eagles a little bit.
That's right. Oh, there was for a good year and a half.
Yeah. Where now it's still your division. There's still something there, but I don't know that it's got as much on it right now that it has as it did in the past.
I think there's I'm not going to say this right, but you're going to know what I mean. I think there's rivalries of convenience. It's not the right word, but what I mean is like they're in our division. We need to beat them. So that's a rival right now. And then there's blood rivalries, rivalries where you just hate the other team and it doesn't matter where they play. And I got to be honest with you. I have felt as a 49er fan more juice for games. And I'm talking about regular season too, against the Eagles and Chiefs than I have for the Seahawks. Since, again, like we said, since Sherman and Wilson and that whole crew left.
Probably, too, it's like, to me, it would be like the convenience is an interesting way to put it, but almost like the threat level. So you're a Niners fan. You're into this team. So
That's
to
right.
me, the convenience part, so the Seahawks lost this last week to the Giants, right?
Yes.
You're probably going, oh, good. That helps the division.
That's right.
But if that was the Cowboys losing on a blocked kick, return, you're just like, the Cowboys lost that way, right? There's more of like, I enjoyed that as much, not because that was a win-loss benefit. It was like, they lost. And so that's where you feel like that's where a rivalry is. It's like you root as much for that team to lose.
Yeah.
Where if the Rams, Seahawks, and Cardinals lose, it's like, oh, that helps the division.
Right.
But it's not like, you stink.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
I'm a diehard Padres fan right now because they're playing the Dodgers more than anything. You're exactly right. But
the Padres in your division, when they're playing a regular season game and the Padres lose a series, you're just like, it's okay. Well, that helps the Giants.
It does help.
Yeah. But it's not the same. There's not venom behind it.
No, you're exactly right. There isn't any venom behind it. And, that's fine. Look, tonight I'm geeked.
Yeah.
Because of the situation. Oh, by the way, also going into Seattle, the best home field advantage in the NFL, just fan wise.
I'll tell you that.
The stadium was built for that. Yeah. I mean, it really was built for that. It is.
Their sound system's incredible.
Dude, I've never seen a football game there, but I randomly saw a Seattle Sounders game there. And if it's anything, I can only imagine the football atmosphere is even crazier. And that was insane. I mean, that was insane. Different tempo, different pace to the sport. It's soccer versus football, but that's just that's what I wish. I love Golden One Center. I do. But I do wish that, like, I love the wall of fans into it and all that. If I could make any changes to that, would be even more fan centric. They did a really good job with that, though, by the way. Levi Stadium, though, I really don't like Levi Stadium.
It sucks.
Honest to God, I don't like that stadium at all. It's pretty. It's nice. It's state of the art. There's just, it doesn't have all the character combined in Levi Stadium could fit into the pinky nail of Candlestick Park. And that's not a boomer take, dude. That's just, if you ever saw a game or anything at Candlestick,
it's like going to a mall.
That's the Levi Stadium. You're exactly right. It's like a mall spittle. It's a combination of the two. All right, well, I don't know. We'll take a break. When we come back, quite the debut from DeMar DeRozan. We'll talk about it next.
Malik Monk plays here.
Started left, goes right, steps back, launches the three. Nothing but net. Oh, that was just filthy. Oh, my, that was sweet.
Sacktown Sports is your proud home of the Sacramento Kings.
I didn't ask to be thrown in the streets with nowhere to go. I didn't think I'd survive. But I did ask for help, and Covenant House was there for me.
1 in 10 young adults will experience a form of homelessness this year. For these kids who didn't ask to be put in this unthinkable situation, Covenant House is there.
Covenant House helped me break the cycle of homelessness in my family. They gave me the love that I needed.
Over 2,000 young people will sleep safely in a Covenant House bed tonight. When youth who are experiencing homelessness have a hot meal, a safe place to sleep, medical care, and love, they can overcome heartbreaking challenges and have a brighter future.
They just really genuinely just wanted to help me succeed, and I'm succeeding. I'm a speaker, I'm an author. Covenant House really helped me and really helped mold me into the woman I am today.
If you or someone you love is asking for help, Go to safeplacetosleep.org today.
What's up? We're talking to Chad Hoblet of Hoblet Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Woodland. How are you celebrating Jeep Adventure Days?
By helping you save up to $16,000 off MSRP on all remaining new 2024 Jeep Grand Cherokee 4xEs. Plus, a lifetime of savings at the pump with 56 MPGE.
Oh, wow, that's huge savings, especially as gas prices seem to be going up and up again.
But that's not it. We have over 200 quality used cars available and 46 under $20,000 at the new Hoblet Certified Pre-Owned Supercenter in historic downtown Woodland.
If you need a vehicle new or used, your first stop needs to be at Hoblet. You won't find bigger savings on a better selection of vehicles anywhere. Search, select, and save through their whole inventory at HobletDodge.com. Unbeatable prices, unbeatable selection. Nobody beats Hoblet, period.
16,000 total net savings on select new 2024 Jeep Grand Cherokee 4xEs after $4,750 dealer discount and $11,250 factory and federal rebates. Rebates include $7,500 national retail consumer cash and $3,750 federal EV tax credit, subject to third-party terms and availability. Consult a tax professional for details. At least 5% savings. See dealer for details.
Hi, this is Greg Papa. Disasters hit every day. If your home, business, or building has suffered from any disaster, SunPoint Public Adjusters can help. SunPoint prepares, presents, and negotiates your claim with the insurance company, working only for you, making sure you get everything you're entitled to and letting your focus be on what's most important, your family or your business. Call SunPoint today at 888-247-7865 or contact us at sunpoint.us. SunPoint Public Adjusters, the gold standard in public adjusting.
License number 2N14884. Get ready to hit the gas on the best power tool deals of the year at Fastener's Tool Outlet. We're revving up the savings with our full throttle one-day DeWalt sale in Sacramento on October 12th only. We are slashing prices on a huge selection of DeWalt power tools like cordless drills, saws, combo kits, and more at costs you won't believe. Get better tools for better prices only at Fasteners Inc., Sacramento's top destination for DeWalt tools. Again, that's October 12th only on Power Inn Road. For more info, go to fastenersinc.net.
We just want to have enough money for retirement.
And travel to visit our grandchildren.
I understand. That's why at Fisher Investments, we start by getting to know each other so I can learn about your family, lifestyle, goals, and needs, allowing us to tailor your portfolio.
What about commission-based products?
We don't sell those. We're a fiduciary, obligated to act in your best interest.
So how do your management fees work?
We have a simple management fee based on the value of your portfolio, so we do better when you do better.
We appreciate that kind of transparency.
We also check in with you regularly to keep you up to date on the markets and your portfolio.
What other services do you offer?
As a client, you have access to resources on investing, financial planning, estate planning, Social Security, Medicare, and more.
Wow, it sounds like Fisher Investments has everything we need.
At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different. Learn more at FisherInvestments.com.
Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
All guests come to you from the Folsom Lake Honda Hotline. Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop.
KHD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
Sacramento's official home of the 49ers.
San Francisco.
Sacktown Sports, 1140. The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then boom.
With Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sacktown Sports.
Well, it's just on the screen. Todd Downing replacing Nathaniel Hackett at the as the Jets offensive play caller. So that kind of defeats the whole Aaron Rodgers had Robert Saleh fired because Saleh was about to fire or demote Nathaniel Hackett because, well, that happened. Or it doesn't. I don't know.
Wow.
We've got sound from Aaron Rodgers on all of that here in a little bit. Dave, who do you hate more, the Dodgers, the Cowboys, the Raiders, He says FU, but I think he means UF, University of Florida, University of Miami, or the Chiefs. That's a good question. Who do I hate more? Well, it's not the Raiders.
Dodgers?
That's what I'm thinking. It's either the Dodgers or Miami.
What about you, Jason?
Of that list?
No, if you're like, who's the team you hate the most?
But the Warriors and Lakers are ahead of all those teams for me.
Yeah.
They are. Just ugh. Like I get anger inside me.
Right.
The other one is just maybe the Cowboys. But it's just I don't know. Oh, by the way, speaking of the Cowboys, thank you, Texter. Tony Romo has 3 sons: Hawkins Romo, Rivers Romo, and Jones Romo. There's your Jones for a first name.
See?
Yeah.
Do you think they call Rivers Romo Roro?
Wouldn't it be Riro?
Roro.
What was the other one?
Hawkins. Okay, and this is where it's just like at my kid's school, every single boy is named Braxton, Jackson, Flaxton, Maxton, and every girl is named like Jessica with an L. How? I don't know. It's just the way it is. Kaylee, Kaiylea. Anyways, Hawkins Crawford Romo, because his wife's name is Candace Crawford, sister of Chase Crawford, the actor. Rivers Romo, I guess no middle name, or at least we don't know, and then Jones McCoy Romo. Dare I say, by the way, Jones McCoy is 100% the starting quarterback for a Big 12 squad.
Yeah.
Jones McCoy, absolutely. Son of Colt McCoy, right? Like, that's where I probably get that.
Ooh, Texas A&M just got Jones McCoy.
Yeah, right? Exactly. I 100% believe that.
Romo.
Got me feeling icy.
This GM survey you were talking about, it caught my eye because we're going to get to the Kings here.
Yeah.
Give me, provided in this world, 100% healthy. 70 games or more each year. Let's call it that. If I were to tell you over the next 10 years, the over-under on Defensive Player of the Year for Victor Wembanyama, I'll put the over-under over the next 10 years at 4.5.
And you're telling me he's healthy for all 10?
I'm telling you, 70 games plus a year. He's going to qualify every year. Is 4.5 the spot? Is that the right spot for a second-year 20-year-old?
Yeah, man.
I think that's right.
Half of the years would be 5 to be over.
Yeah, I think that's the right number.
Yeah, it is the right number. I think I'd take under, but not feel good. I don't feel good about it.
But it's like you take under because you feel like you're supposed to. Like, right.
4 out of 10 is one of the great defended players of all time.
Of all time.
So I feel, I would take the under just to be safe. But you're telling me he's healthy. Why would I take the under anyways? Just for whatever reason. I'm not rooting this on him at all. Just big guys seem to get hurt a little bit.
Yeah.
But if you're telling me he's healthy. Man, I don't know. I don't feel good about either one, but I guess I'd take the under.
Victor Wembanyama in this survey, who's the best defensive player in the NBA, edged Bam Adebayo, Rudy Gobert, and Drew Holiday. Victor Wembanyama got 40% of the vote. The 3 second place vote getters were tied at 10.
Yeah. I also would like, and I'm not saying this would be an exception to him, but I feel like there's more of a belief just in general right now that there's value in block shots.
Yeah.
Like that's a better defender than if someone's guarding a perimeter player at an excellent rate, which there's less metrics on that besides steals, let's say. What's the value of locking down Curry, Durant, like an amazing elite outside scorer compared to a guy that's blocking? I mean, there's value in both, but I feel like we lean more towards that guy blocks 4 shots a game. Well, that's a great defender. Yeah, it is.
Yes.
But also someone that's holding someone to 6 points
That's right.
less their average.
So let's get nerdy for a couple seconds here. I do believe that, earlier we were talking about missed field goals and extra points. There should be a differentiation between missing because of a shank and missing because of a block. It's the same thing with block shots. I do think there should be there should be like a stat called bleals, blocks that the blocker, like Bill Russell's the greatest of all time at this, blocks a shot but brings it down and possesses it. There is a difference between blocking a shot and it either you come up with it or it goes to a teammate versus blocking a shot into the fourth row out of bounds with 18 seconds left on the shot clock. Great. They get the ball back and they score. It's not a big deal. There should be a differentiator between that. I'm sure there is. Secondly,
because a steal is always, you've changed the possession.
Give me a steal ahead of a block shot any day of the week and twice on Sundays. It's better. It's 100% better if, again, the block goes into the crowd. It's in complete context. Here's the other thing, and they could do this, and they probably, I'm sure Monty has these numbers, but you really want to find out who the best defender in the NBA is, you can, and it has nothing to do with how they do it now. You want to measure who the best defender in the NBA is. It's really simple. They can tell. I know they have this. They have this. Jason, if you're playing, congratulations, by the way, you're on the floor for 33 minutes. It's going to know to the second who you are defending.
Right.
You spent 2.5 minutes defending Christopher Laud, but 18.5 minutes defending me. I was your major matchup. But sometimes, one time you switched over and defended Tom Maley for 34 seconds. Anyways.
So I got a break.
You got a break.
Yeah.
So here's very simply what you do. They have the metric that would say, for example, Carmichael Dave scores 0.003 points per possession or per touch, let's say, right? And you're defending me. How many points per touch did I have while you were defending me? Right. And what is the difference between my average and what I actually scored when you were defending me? And you accumulate that throughout the season, almost like, just to simplify it, like a point differential in football or a point differential in basketball. Over the course of the season, the Warriors outscored everybody by plus 181. Okay, well, Jason Ross has held his opponents to a cumulative minus 84 in points compared to how they score against the rest of the league. You're the best defender in the league.
Lockdown.
And if you use 65 games as a qualifier, in my opinion, it's not as fun and exciting as a block or a steal, but in my personal opinion, because it's a cumulative stat, not an average, a cumulative, the defensive player of the year automatically goes to that guy. There's not even a vote. Don't vote it. The best defender in the NBA is the guy that through an accumulation throughout the year has held the person he's guarding. Now you can argue, and now we're going to get sub-dorky here. Well, okay, but what if guy's playing in mostly a zone scheme? What if he's playing the coach's defense? I get it.
You hope you can interpret some common sense and
that's
watching the games.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
But so you'd have to have a vote.
Right.
To allow for context, but that, to me, if I'm a voter, that's like 80% of the weight of what I'm doing, and then I'll take the accoutrements in the 20%.
I think we did this. Yeah, you brought it up on, was it Derek Jeter? Like, he caught everything that kind of was within a left to right in a reasonable distance, but are you penalizing the guy that, man, they got to 10 more difficult plays and didn't make them all, but what did they keep that from a double?
That's right.
There's hopefully some common sense in some of
Derek Jeter probably had, I don't know this, but let's just say Derek Jeter probably has less errors per game than an Ozzie Smith, right? But the ground, the ground Ozzie covered and the amount of hit, and that's where you come into hit saved, which is a metric. You have to dig for it, but hit saved based on defensive positioning, where they are. Now, again, this is like just for the dorks. With the way it's unfair to Ozzie, for example, it would be weighted towards the modern player because the modern player has a front office that is communicating with the manager and the staff. Okay, Jason Ross is at the plate. Jason Ross hits ground balls to the left side 84% of the time between third and short. So we're going to shift these guys over. Defenses have such an advantage these days because literally every single batter they have spray charts on, and they can move you and position you. And over the course of a season, the odds of you being near that ball hit are a lot better. Therefore, you have better range. Do you have better range? Do you have better research? Because we can't take into account where you're positioned. Anyways, I know, nerdy. Also, DeMar DeRozan looked great last night.
He sure did. Man, he was amazing.
He was amazing. Let's talk about that more when we get back,
do it.
shall we? The debut of DeMar DeRozan. He literally couldn't miss. We'll talk about it next.
Subscribe to Sacktown Sports on YouTube and watch the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross, Stiles and Watkins, and the Drive Guys. Live Monday through Friday from 6 to 6. Plus view archive shows and exclusive content.
Subscribe at youtube.com/Sacktown Sports.
The Sacramento State Hornets are back at home this Saturday. Come check out the high-flying Hornets as they host the Eastern Washington Eagles. It's the Big Sky home opener, Saturday, 6 o'clock at Hornet Stadium, where we're celebrating cancer awareness and healthcare appreciation. Come watch some great football and stay for the post-game fireworks. Tickets are on sale now at hornetsports.com for Sacramento State and Eastern Washington. Stingers up.
Made a Chevy Silverado blowout is on with $12,750 off MSRP. Every new 2024 Silverado half-ton LT in stock after rebates. Or choose $12,000 off MSRP on every new 2024 Silverado half-ton RST in stock after rebates. Exclusively at Made Chevy at MadeChevy.com. Sacramento's Silverado headquarters. Whatever Silverado you choose, you'll save thousands at Made Chevy. Together, let's drive.
Not available with special financing, leasing, some other offers. Less graded 2010 model year or newer. Ends 10/31/24.
It's the Big Sky home opener for the Sacramento State Hornets this Saturday. 6 p.m. kickoff versus Eastern Washington. Get your tickets at hornetsports.com.
Carmichael Dave.
Have very good sources, and he just kind of tells it as it is and gets to the point.
Jason Ross.
He has a lot of pretty smart things to say. He's good at what he does.
On Sacktown Sports.
Welcome back. Carmichael Dave, Jason Ross, Christopher Lyde. Coming up after us, I'd love to introduce you to Chris Watkins, Alan Stile. Stiles and Watkins taking over and taking the baton from us at 10 a.m., going all the way till 2, and I'm sure they got all kinds of thoughts.
They were at the game last night.
You were at the game. They were at the game.
Stiles and Watkins was definitely a 70s cops buddy show.
Oh,
right?
100%. Yeah. Stiles and Watkins. Dun, dun, dun.
Stiles and Watkins, you're too reckless.
Yeah. In my office now. Come on, Chief.
Your badges and guns now.
Again. Stiles will try to talk his way through it.
One of them's got one of them's got an estranged wife because he's committed to his job.
Yeah.
The other's a playboy, just always going around with like models and stuff. One of them drives a Ferrari. They've been through a lot.
The other one a pickup.
The other one a pickup truck has a farm 10 miles outside of town that he goes to relax.
Yeah.
One of them had a real unfortunate thing. He was trying to break up a robbery, and he thought he went to go shoot the robber, but it ricocheted and killed a baby, and it's haunted him his whole career.
I shot a kid.
Never been the same.
Stiles and Watkins, you're reckless. You're going to get someone killed.
Come on, Chief. One more chance.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you, John.
DeMar DeRozan couldn't miss last night.
Flawless. So while the Kings are on pace to never win a game, he's on pace to never miss a shot.
That's right. Wiz DeMar DeRozan. Wiz?
Yes.
Are we going to have a lot of that this year? Well, DeMar DeRozan looked great, and the Kings lost 122-109.
I won't say a lot, but I bet that'll happen. What I liked is it looked easy. We talked about earlier, read and react. It was effortless. He got to his spots. It was easy for him.
It was.
Yeah. What? You got to tell me now.
I can't look.
You know they're good. What did the text line
The wrong kid died. Stop. Stiles and Watkins' 80s cop show is going to be a thing.
Yes, that we can accept.
What'd you do before you were a cop? They called me the doctor. But the fit was there.
Yeah.
You know what it didn't look like, Jason? It didn't look like DeMar DeRozan was getting his shots outside the offense.
No.
It didn't look like the Kings were running their offense with 4 people, and then DeMar DeRozan came in.
Yeah, and there was one sequence, but it's something we've seen him do, and he's done it to other teams or to the Kings.
Right.
Where he caught the ball in the baseline. The shot clock's at like 3. I'm like, does he know this? And he was like, pump fake, pump fake, pump fake, like the abnormal amount of pump fakes, and then, okay, I'll just rise up and shoot, and he scored.
He scores.
Well, that was easy. I mean, like he's so aware of what's going on, the time and everything, and it just, yeah. Last night, as far as the debut, I mean, that was very impressive.
At one point, Malik Monk left the bench and went to the locker room, and Jason Anderson, I saw, good on him, that the report was that he did not suffer an injury.
Right.
He left due to personal reasons and is not expected to miss any time. So I don't know what that is, and it's certainly not our place to speculate, and it's honestly, it's absolutely none of our business. So I would just say, all Kings fans, whatever it may be, say a nice thought, think a nice thought for Malik Monk. But Jason, what do you think it was?
I can tell you exactly what it was.
Come up with the top 5 things it could have been. Let's take phone calls.
Yeah.
Either way, you hope everything's okay with
Malik.
And by the way, have you seen Malik? Like, did you see the clip of him? Was it yesterday? No, it was the day before, I think, where Mike Brown was answering questions and Malik comes up, it's time, let's go. And then there was a clip during practice where the whole thing is like how he's been holding the staff accountable for times and different things, which is what the staff started doing with the players when Mike Brown came in.
Yeah.
So like Malik is taking it upon himself to almost be kind of like a liaison between team and staff in a good way.
Yeah.
But I love the accountability. I know Mike Brown loves it too.
Right. And I know that I think of I don't even know if it's a criticism, but probably the players would say it like, our practices are too long. And now it's like, hey, I don't want to practice. I think it's sometimes there's longer film study, longer communication. I think communication is important, but maybe if they think we heard you, we got it. So whatever, that's the reality. But I think like Malik's comfortable and having fun with coach, and the media. Let's wrap this up. We got stuff to do.
Yeah, we got stuff to do.
Yeah.
And what that stuff is almost certainly golf.
Exactly.
The game of
golf.
Here's Mike Brown on the offense.
Other than that, I thought offensively we scored 68 points in the first half, and our guys did a nice job trying to execute, trying to move the ball, trying to touch the paint and get the ball out. Did a great job with spacing, a decent job with our pace, and so there were a lot of good things offensively in the first half, and then we had a few bright moments in the second half on that end of the floor. But this game came down to, no matter who was on the floor, us being able to defend the 3-point line, which we obviously did not do a good job of, and that's why Golden State got the win.
Hey, who cuts these for us?
Me.
Is that you?
Yeah.
I always want to show. It used to be Christian Parker for all those years.
Oh, like she'll do out of town highlights.
Oh, so you cut this?
Mm-hmm.
I say, listen to the first part of this.
Other than that, I thought offense.
Good cut. It's right there.
Could have.
I'm just saying. I mean, I'm just
Wow.
saying. Listen to the first 5 seconds of this.
Other than that, I thought.
How about thanks, Chris, for cutting that?
I could have just left the entire thing there.
I'm not saying you did a bad job. I just want to know if it was,
you kind of are.
Well, if it wasn't you, I wouldn't have said anything. I mean, is that germane to the clip?
It's my preseason too.
Who's germane? Hey, you played briefly De'Aaron Fox earlier. What did he say?
Here he is on DeMar DeRozan. That's a great payoff for that tease at 6:11 a.m. Very good.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I don't know if y'all have read his book. So, when you've gone through some stuff like that, like being on a basketball court, that stuff doesn't faze you. And, he doesn't talk a lot, but he still brings that type of toughness to the game, and that uplifts your team.
I just want to say we gave out the text in the chat line or the text in the phone lines earlier. I just want to say to the texters and the YouTubers, I don't appreciate we've moved on to the Kings game. We need to move on from Styles and Watkins, the 80s cop show, because people are I don't want to empower them because they're still coming up with
good stuff.
Style. I don't even think it's good. I don't think it's entertaining. I think it's like we've moved on. So I don't need you to text me that. And apparently Chris Watkins is the one that in his early years as a cop was trying to foil the robbery and accidentally killed the kid. So when you text me and Jason, every time he pulls the gun out, he has flashbacks of killing the baby. It's not. And every time, I don't need to hear every other episode.
Nice catch, Blanco Nino.
Oh, Jesus. Every other episode, Styles says, I'm getting too old for this.
I want to see it.
Here's Keegan Murray on the offense.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like offensively went really well for us, especially our first time kind of getting out there against a different team. I feel like it got around to everyone, spread the ball. DeMar was obviously doing what he does. So that was cool to actually see that in person.
Okay. And there's this.
Other than that.
Ryan Coda, by the way, in the chat has offered to help you edit stuff up, Chris, if you want. So just write that down. Just Ryan will help you edit if you.
How about we just give Ryan the sound and he just edits it for us?
And then as we go to break, Cam in the chat, love his length, but I don't think there's anything there. I don't know the context of that, but that gets you on the air. We'll take a break. When we come back, what else stood out about Kings preseason game 1? That should have been this last segment. So when we come back for that territory, because we got sidetracked by Styles and Watkins, off-duty cops.
They're off-duty?
I guess that's the spinoff on ABC. When we come back for that territory next.
On the move? Got somewhere to be?
Take Sacramento Kings basketball with you. The Sacktown Sports app will let you stay connected to your passion. Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with the Sacktown Sports app.
Whitey here reminding you that not all grills are created equal. Give your family a real treat. Bring out all the flavors of the upcoming holidays with the amazing Napoleon Prestige line of outdoor cookers. Napoleon grills that features other grills can't match. They're built different, built better, built to last, complete with a lifetime warranty. All made with premium steel that boasts absolute quality. Just because it's October does not mean we can't barbecue outside. Visit California Backyard now for your best selection of grills and Napoleon Grills accessories.
Model year-end pricing is back at Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop.
During the model year-end event, lower interest rates at Folsom Lake Honda make lower payments. It's no wonder why Folsom Lake Honda is your one-stop Honda shop. Come in today or check out our entire inventory online at folsomlakehonda.com.
Get an instant cash offer for your trade at folsomlakehonda.com. We'll buy your car whether you buy from us or not. Folsom Lake Honda is your one-stop Honda shop.
Folsom Lake Honda. Go to folsomlakehonda.com. Your one-stop Honda shop.
What sets Ashton & Price apart from other injury law firms? I'll tell you. From beginning to end, all important legal decisions are made directly between our clients and their experienced local attorney. A gate agent flying the plane, the receptionist performing surgery, not a chance. There's simply no substitute for the unique power of the direct attorney-client relationship offered by Ashton & Price. And there's never a fee until we win, and between you and me, we win a lot.
Remember, for the best advice, don't think twice. Call Ashton and Price.
Don't you deserve health care you can count on? Well, you can count on United Healthcare with Medicare plans that fit your life today and as your needs change tomorrow. You can enjoy reliable coverage and low out-of-pocket costs with a Medicare Advantage plan from United Healthcare. United Healthcare Medicare Advantage plans, made for California, trusted everywhere. The Medicare annual enrollment period ends December 7th, so go to uhc.com/Medicare today.
Don't let summer energy slip away. Live the active life you love year-round with a personally fit arch support system from the Good Feet store. Precision engineered to support all 4 arches. Good Feet puts your feet in a more ideal, comfortable, and pain-free position. And Good Feet arch supports are now HSA and FSA eligible. Book a free fitting at goodfeet.com or come in and get a free pair of OS First Performance socks. Free. Normally a $25 value at the Good Feet store.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave for American Energy Heating and Air with a question. Have you recently had a technician diagnose your HVAC system and you were a bit surprised at how much it cost, or did something seem off about their quote? Because at American Energy, they take pride in giving you honest, straightforward solutions to get that system up and running. Have their qualified technicians come out and give you a free second opinion. It's free. You got nothing to lose but some dollars off of that original quote. They're making the uncomfortable comfortable. They've been doing it since 1981, serving the greater Sacramento area. A+ with the Better Business Bureau. That's why they keep having customers coming back for more and more and more. You can call them and set that appointment at 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990 or AmericanEnergyAir.com.
Call 916-520-9990 now.
Do you have old baseball cards and sports memorabilia from the 50s and 60s collecting dust in your closet? They could be very valuable in any condition. Find out at the Sports Cards Roadshow. We'll be in the Sacramento area to evaluate your old and modern sports cards. Visit sportscardsroadshow.com today to schedule your appointment. Ask about your free on-site sports card evaluation. For large vintage and modern collections, we can come to you. Skip the garage sale. Sports Cards Roadshow is buying. Call 1-800-560-3272 today or visit sportscardsroadshow.com.
It's the Big Sky home opener for the Sacramento State Hornets this Saturday. 6 p.m. kickoff versus Eastern Washington. Get your tickets at hornetsports.com.
They bleed black and purple. It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on your local sports leader, Sacktown Sports.
There was a Kings game last night. Hey, bless you. Thank you. Welcome back. Carmichael Dave, Jason Ross. Styles and Watkins would get to the bottom amongst personal reasons if the damn judge had signed the search warrant. May have to sidestep the law and get morally dirty. I'm all here for, I think that's a thing. I think Styles and Watkins, 100% NBC, 10 p.m. Wednesday nights, 1987. Full-on cop drama.
Yeah. After the Cheers night court kind of block, then they're right in there.
Well, that would have been Thursday, but yeah.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Thursday was Cosby Show, Family Ties, Cheers night court, and then it went from LA Law to ER. I paid my taxes.
ER is that old?
ER's that, yeah. Wow. It was LA Law for a while, and then when LA Law retired, ER.
Oh, gotcha.
So
okay.
It was
LA Law retired.
Yeah, when LA Law hit the pasture.
Right.
Harry Hamlin, John Spencer, a very young Jimmy Smits, Susan Day. But then night court before that, my first crush, Marky Post.
Yeah.
Of the late Marky Post. God. The
late
was
Bull.
Harry Bull.
Yeah.
Marky, the old lady bailiff.
John Larroquette was on the new. I never saw the new one.
I haven't. I don't know. I can't.
And it wasn't that supposed to be his daughter?
Yes. Yeah. Harry Anderson's not his real life daughter, but I can't. I can't do it.
Yeah.
This is very stupid, but it's just in my brain and I have to share it.
That is part of the show.
One of the best things on Saturday Night Live was Norm Macdonald as Larry King. And he used to do his Larry King's thoughts, and he just give different thoughts.
Yeah.
And the one that always stuck in my head is, my wish for the new century is more John Larroquette.
Well, I mean, John Larroquette went on to have a nice role as Chief Counsel Lionel Tribby to Jed Bartlett's White House in the West Wing. as a matter of fact.
He also killed himself to give his son a heart on the show House.
John Larroquette did?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Wow. Before all that, he was in Stripes.
What did McDonald say? More night court? What did he say? What was
More
his
John
line?
Larroquette.
More John Larroquette.
Got me feeling icy.
Thank you. 4-down territory. Let's start it right now, please. Yeah. Distracted with Styles and Watkins. Christopher Lloyd, why don't you give us first down?
The NFL's leading receiver, Nico Collins, is going on the IR and will miss a minimum of 4 games. How much of a deal is that to Houston?
Well, I'm going to tell you right now, it incredibly depends on Stephon Diggs. It's your time to shine. Stephon Diggs goes from the Bills to the Texans, and that has definitely been Nico Collins' team from a receiver angle. They also obviously have Tank Dell as well. Nico this year, 567 yards and 3 touchdowns. He's had a phenomenal year with 32 receptions. Stephon Diggs, 31 receptions for 315 and 2. Nico's just had more. Stephon Diggs, not only is Stephon Diggs going to have to step up, that's not fair. He's also going to have to get those targets stepped up as well. I think a big part of that is going to be Joe Mixon has been upgraded to questionable. If they can bring Joe Mixon back, who has not played since September 15th, I don't want to say they won't miss a beat, Jason, but they'll miss far less of a beat if they've got that running game going.
Yeah, they're one of the few teams that have 4 or more wins. They've done great. They've done it without Mixon for the last couple weeks. Now, if it was Mixon and Collins for a while,
right.
I think that would add up. But I think they'll be fine.
I honestly think if you had to choose between having Nico Collins, I mean, I'm saying this is Nico Collins, the best receivers in the game right now, but if you had to choose for the Texans specifically, Nico Collins out, Joe Mixon out, I'd take Nico Collins out.
Correct.
If that's the trade, that's actually weirdly a win for the Houston Texans. Second down.
The Raiders are saying that Davante Adams is not expected to play against Pittsburgh. How much of this drama is hurting Adams' legacy?
So this is going to piss off Raider fan, but I would just ask you to forget that I mess with you all the time and just hear me out, because I'm not trying to say this. It's not going to hurt his legacy at all because it's the Raiders. And I'm saying this from the point of view, I can understand this as a Kings fan. And with Spud Webb and Rudy Gay and basketball hell and the whole thing, I get it. I feel the pain. But it's just like, was Randy Moss's legacy ruined because he gave up on the rate? No.
People just forgot about it.
They just forgot that. What they did is, you're right, they forgot about it. And if they didn't, they were like, oh, I'm not going across the middle either for the Raiders.
Right.
It's the same thing because Davante Adams was phenomenal with Green Bay. He's doing this for the Raiders. Now, I don't know if he's going to moss his way into his second team and be phenomenal again, but I would bet more on that than not. I don't think Davante Adams is anywhere near washed.
The legacy part is what happens next.
That's right.
So if he goes, let's give him the Saints or the Jets or whatever, and he's subpar, then it's not even good on the Raiders. It's more like, well, man, I guess he's not the same guy.
Right.
But if he does, and this is not the same example, but kind of the label a little bit on a guy like Christian McCaffrey was he's been good, but he's hurt a lot. I don't know how good of a running back is he. He goes to the Niners, and he looks like the best running back, like, by far.
That's right.
So he went to a better team, better situation, and thrived. If Adams does something like that, then, I mean, it's did nothing at all.
3 games this year, 27 catches for 209 yards and a touchdown. And when you consider who he's getting the ball from and the fact that he's in Luke Getsy's offense, that's actually really, really impressive. I'm telling you right now, throw Davante Adams on a good team, and he's going to be a stud all over again. I really do like the idea of sending him to the Jets. I think him and Garrett Wilson on either side would be fantastic. I'm the Jets. It's a second-round pick. Fine. It's a second-round pick. Screw you. It's a rental. Fine. It's a rental. Screw you. Because guess what? If Davante Adams is going to restructure that contract, if he's going to take less money for a longer term, whatever, it's going to be on the Jets with Aaron Rodgers. Yeah. They have a better chance of getting him to do that than any other team in the league. And that's the type of shot in the arm, especially with a new play caller they announced today. There's a reason why everyone's talking about it, because it makes the most sense.
But do it soon or waste some valuable time.
He ain't playing again this weekend. Was it who did I see? Was it Michael Mayer that's out for personal reasons as well? Something's going on with him. You hope everything's okay. It's just the Raiders are just getting tagged left and right. Third down, please.
The New England Patriots are going to start Drake May at quarterback this weekend. How will his impact compare to fellow rookies, Caleb Williams, Jaden Daniels, or Bo Nix?
I'm going to give the only answer I can. And I wish there was more of this in sports radio / sports TV, but there isn't. I have no idea. I don't. I can't. I'm not smart enough to speculate. Now, on the surface, I can look at a guy like Bo Nix and say, okay, he's got Sean Payton calling plays. They have a decent offensive line. They've got receivers. He's going into a good situation. Caleb Williams has a couple of studs, DeAndre Swift and Khalil Herbert in the backfield. He's got Cole Kmet at tight end, who's a very serviceable receiver. He has DJ Moore. He has the rookie Roma Dunze and the new Keenan Allen, right? That's a phenomenal situation. And then Jaden Daniels has Terry McLaurin. He's got Ryan Robinson Jr. There's a good setup there in Washington. So I just said I wouldn't speculate. My speculation is based on what's surrounding him. He's going to have far less of an impact, especially than a Jaden Daniels. But if he's good, if he's one of those studly studs above and beyond, he'll make those surrounding players better, but that's a lot to put on a quarterback's shoulders as a rookie.
Yeah, he's picked third, so the other two got, two of those three. One went first, and Williams, number 2 was Daniels. Daniels might be the MVP right now.
Right.
It's way too early, but so to measure up to those, I don't think would happen. But to your point, Dave, he doesn't have the same personnel, and just let him get started. Let's see what he becomes. Like Bo Nix didn't get off to that good of a start, but he's looked better. They won a couple games here lately, so. The narratives and opinions can change by the week. He's just got to get started.
I'll tell you what I really liked out of Bo Nix last weekend. I liked that little sideline dust up with Sean Payton and when they got into it, because, look, it's almost like if he was a wide receiver or a seventh-year quarterback and all that, I would look at that with a little bit of a raised eyebrow. I like the idea of the rookie getting in the face of the Super Bowl winning coach. And you just got the feeling, I might be misreading this, but you just got the feeling it's like, hey, this kid's got some guts and he's got some moxie to do that. He's into this game. He wants to win. Great. Now, he might also be a diva problem child too. I don't know, but I'm going to count on the former. I like that kind of competitive spirit when it's well placed.
Yeah.
4th down.
The Raiders are switching to Aiden O'Connell at quarterback. Will this have a big impact on the team?
No, I don't think Aiden O'Connell is demonstrably worse. Now they may get a new quarterback bump, if you will, just because sometimes that happens. And unless there was some sort of issue where Gardner Minshew was a locker room problem, which I don't think there was. No, you don't have Devontae Adams is out, Mayer's out. They've got injuries all over the place. Even the defense now is getting hurt. The Raiders, when you talk about John Lynch making midseason moves, the Raiders need to make a midseason move because right now they're staring 7-10, 6-11 in the face, and yet another Raider year. And I'll keep saying it. I know I'll go back and forth with Raider fans, but I've said this to them blue in the face. I think this Raider team has some pieces. I do. I just think that they've got crap at the top with Mark Davis, and I think Tom Telesco doesn't know what the hell he's doing. He didn't know what the hell he was doing with the Chargers. He lucked out with Justin Herbert, didn't develop him. I think the Raiders are better than they've looked so far this year, and we've seen those glimpses. But Aiden O'Connell, I'm not going to bet on him being the difference maker.
Yeah. Well, if there's issues in ownership, in decision-making, in personnel, great quarterbacks would have trouble overcoming that. And the Raiders don't have great quarterbacks.
No.
So if you're going for a lesser quarterback, whether it's Minshew or O'Connell, it's not on them. This is not a reflection of those two. I mean, the decision is fine to switch. I just don't think it's going to net significant results. Now, you might be right. Maybe 1 week, maybe there's a bump, maybe 2 weeks. But I don't look at this as going, that move has now made them a playoff team. I just don't see it.
And Jason, and we got a break here. They've got Pittsburgh this weekend. Then they go to the Rams, Kansas City, at Cincinnati. That's tough. At Miami, no Tua. Home Denver, at Kansas City, at Tampa Bay, tough. Atlanta, tough. Home Jacksonville, at New Orleans, home Chargers. There's a lot of wins in there. There's a lot of winnable games in there. If you gotta call around, man. You got to get a quarterback. It's not too late. Make a move. Sacrifice some draft capital. Don't sell the house. But there's guys out there that are gettable that are a major upgrade.
Yeah.
Over the two quarterbacks you have right now. And who knows? Maybe, Brandon Ayuk was on his way out of the Niners once upon a time. They figured it out. Maybe you call Devontae Adams. Maybe cooler heads prevail. I mean, it can still be turned around. I have no confidence it will be, but it could be.
Yeah, sure.
We'll take a break when we come back. Who's hot, who's not, and let's go streaking before we get to Niners at 9 right after this.
Trying to find out where to catch your favorite team's games?
Are you a fan of the Kings, Niners, and the NFL? Well, Sacktown Sports has you covered.
Touchdown! San Francisco! It's all on his shoulders. Fox rocks. He fires for the win. He's got the triple.
Catch all your Kings, Niners, and NFL games all year long on Sacktown Sports and SacktownSports.com.
At Fisher Investments, we may seem like other money managers, but we're different.
Are you really that different than the rest of us?
We are. As a fiduciary, we always focus on what's best for our clients.
What services do you offer besides investing?
We have a team of specialists in financial planning, estate planning, and more.
Your clients rely on you for all that?
Yes, we ensure clients receive unparalleled service at every step of the relationship.
Okay, but you still sell commission-based products, right?
No, because we believe that's a conflict of interest. We prioritize service over sales goals.
So then how do your fees work?
We have a simple and transparent fee that's a percentage of our clients' portfolios. So we do better when our clients do better.
Wow, we're more different than I thought.
At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different. Learn more at FisherInvestments.com. Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
At the UPS Store, we know being a small business owner means holiday time is still go time. Still get those orders shipped time. And still re-up on stamps and supplies time. That's why this upcoming holiday, while others close up shop, we'll be open. And happy to help you keep being unstoppable. Come into your local store today. Most locations are independently owned. Product services, pricing, and hours of operation may vary. See Center for details. The UPS Store. Be unstoppable.
Everywhere you look, things are getting more expensive. So at Consumer Cellular, we're lowering the price for those 50 and up. Now you can get unlimited talk, text, and data for $30 a line when you buy 2. That's just $60 a month for 2 unlimited lines. So if you're 50 and up, make the switch and save. Come on, you've earned this. Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com today. Requires 2 lines of service, age validation, and credit approval, subject to system and area limits, taxes, and other fees apply.
The shot clock is ticking, and your home team is driving up the court. But don't miss your chance to score big at Northern California's #1 Honda dealer, Stockton Honda. Save on a new Accord, HRV, Ridgeline, or the all-new Prologue before the buzzer sounds on year-end deals. Don't get benched by high prices. Slam dunk your savings today.
Anytime, anywhere, it's all here. StocktonHonda.com.
Number 1 claims based on 2023 total new and Honda certified pre-owned vehicle car sales from American Honda Motor Company. Sold on report.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your boy, Kyle Draper. Equip your staff with top-notch uniforms, professionally cleaned and delivered weekly to your workplace by Alsco Uniforms, proud sponsors of the Sacramento Kings Mop Crew. Our services include uniforms, towels, floor mats, mops, first aid supplies, and restroom essentials to uphold cleanliness and safety standards in your business. Discover why it pays to keep clean with Alsco Uniforms. Visit alsco.com to learn more. Again, visit alsco.com.
Despite having no experience, Gavin Newsom made Jessica Morse his, quote, wildfire specialist. The result? Under Newsom and Morse, insurance rates and utility bills skyrocketed. Millions of dollars were slashed from the state's fire prevention budget. And they were even caught lying about their record, while millions of acres burned and families lost their homes. Now Gavin has chosen Jessica Morse again, this time to run for Congress. We have a better choice. Kevin Kiley. As our congressman, Kevin Kiley has worked across party lines to secure millions for wildfire protection and expand water supplies. And Kevin Kiley's bill to protect Lake Tahoe will bring up to $415 million home to our district to reduce the threat of fires and restore the ecosystem of the lake. delivering results and making a difference. Let's keep Kevin Kiley working for us.
I'm Kevin Kiley. I approve this message. Paid for by Kevin Kiley for Congress.
What's hot and what's not. Brought to you by American Energy Heat and Air, making the uncomfortable comfortable. Head to AmericanEnergyAir.com to find out more.
What's hot?
Yeah, hot. Real hot. And what's not?
It's not good. Brought to you by American Energy Heating and Air, Sacramento's complete heating and cooling company, and second opinion partner.
Hey, Chris.
What's that?
Can you tell me who's hot?
I can tell you what's hot.
What's hot? Okay, how about that?
Utah Hockey Club beer sales.
Wait, the team we were talking about trying to change their name?
Yes.
Okay.
In the team's first regular season game, they sold $120,000 just in beer. The most of any NBA or NHL game at the Delta Center in its 33-year history.
They like beer?
They like beer.
Good for them.
I like beer. Do you like beer?
Yeah, but how did that number, I'd love to see, here's the context. How does that number compare to the average other hockey games? How does that number compare?
Well, you got to think like they're selling more beer in Canada, but it's probably mostly Molson.
Well, sure,
Blue
of course,
Labatt, which is
right.
way cheaper.
But I want to see how much beer on average is sold at a Flyers game, at a Rangers game, because here's what I want to know. Are they buying beer there now in line with other hockey places? I don't think so. Or is their record breaker a fraction of what Flyers fans are drinking? Because I think, isn't that right? Like, isn't Utah one of them states that, but don't they have like, I think there's still states out there, right, that have like, where like you can't sell like booze on Sundays and stuff like that. And look,
that's a lot of places.
Huh?
That's a lot of places.
Is it really still? Yeah. Wow. And look, not telling any tales out of school, as far as I understand it. Well, I do know this, like a large percentage of the population in Utah, especially in Salt Lake City, is Mormon. And I honestly don't know this, but am I right? Like you can't drink. Isn't that completely forbidden if you're a Mormon to drink? Or I don't know what the rules are, but I'm pretty sure it's either forbidden or frowned upon.
Yeah.
So, you're sitting there and you're going to know a lot of people in the stands and you're pounding a beer, and over there's Sally from Sunday, and she's giving you the hairy eyeball.
Yeah. Sunday Sally.
So, that's, well, you know what? Hockey. It goes well with beer.
Yeah.
Right. One of their $18 beers too over there.
That Utah Hockey Club.
Uh-huh. What's not?
Aaron Judge with 2 strikes in the postseason.
Oh, I had this and I purposely didn't read it.
Thank you so much.
In case you were going to use it. I'm so glad you're going to use it. Jason, have you seen this stat?
Yeah.
Well, let's share with the rest of the class.
What? It's not funny. I'm not laughing at what he's laughing at. I'm laughing at him laughing.
He is currently 13 for 113 at-bats with 2 home runs and 70 strikeouts with 2 strikes. Since Game 3 of the 2019 ALDS.
He got better since Game 3 of the 2019 ALDS, though. Right?
Judge has had 66 playoff plate appearances, reached 2 strikes. He has 40 strikeouts, 6 walks, and 3 hits. All singles, none of which left the infield. In fact, his last postseason extra base hit with 2 strikes was against David Price in Game 1 of the 2018 Division Series. But in this postseason, just all of his at-bats, he is currently hitting .091 with only 1 single.
All right. We all have fun with reading anti-Yankee stats. There's no doubt about it. Jason?
Yeah, we all do.
We all do, and by all, I mean 2/3 of the show. I'm going to ask you a serious question, though.
Yeah.
Because I know you have the ability, unlike I do, to separate emotion from, the other stuff. Are we in a world where is Aaron Judge a postseason choker?
No.
How much longer? I mean, he doesn't have a title, right?
Correct.
And that's really bad. And that's what, 5 years? He said since 2019, right?
Yeah.
That's 5 years of him being basically a minor league hitter, but it's exacerbated. The problem is that if it's, Johnson Figueroa, the shortstop who is a platoon guy. Okay, whatever. It's Johnson Figueroa.
Yeah.
It's Aaron Judge,
right,
who is the reigning whatever Sporting News Player of the Year right now. So it's not just that those are terrible numbers. It's that fall off is insane. So how do we get around that?
More ABs.
Okay.
It's the only way, right?
Yeah.
Either it continues. It's almost similar to his season. He was awful. I mean, just awful in March and April, and then had a historic season. So small sample size that's growing. It's getting larger and larger. Actually, when he started his postseason career, he was pretty clutch. But since like 2019, obviously he hasn't been. And maybe don't get to 2 strikes.
Maybe figure that out because
maybe don't go on Paw Patrol.
In the I know we got to move on here. In his postseason career, he has batted per season 188, 421, 265, 133, 250, 139, 091, and 203.
Yeah.
I'm going to disagree with you, Jason.
Okay.
I think Aaron Judge has a legacy problem that's brewing right now. I think Aaron Judge, much like Barry Bonds did.
Until he didn't.
And that didn't was that loss against the Angels.
Right.
Well, the Russell Ortiz series. But right now.
And maybe the hardest hit ball I've ever seen in my entire life.
Yeah, exactly. I think right now he's got, I mean, that's one of them legacy. He's a Hall of Famer. He's a first ballot Hall of Famer, but he's right on the precipice of, well, he couldn't do it in the postseason. So, all right, let's go streaking, please.
It's time to go streaking.
We're going streaking!
Who is the Nostradamus of MLB? Who can keep the streak going? It's time to go streaking.
What the hell are you doing? We're streaking.
All right, Dave, you were at 1. I was at 4. Chris at 3. You picked Mr. Legacy himself, Aaron Judge.
And not only did I pick Aaron Judge, but wasn't I? Oh, it was either All Rise or Arise is what I said. Yeah.
And I said I had written down 1. You thought I picked.
I thought you picked All Rise and you went Arise.
Aaron Judge 0 for 4.
Loser! You're a loser! Are you feeling sorry for yourself? Well, you should be because you are dirt.
You dirt.
0. These streaks at 0. Chris was at 3. He took Manny Machado.
Personally, Machado. Let's go. Come on.
Of the San Diego Padres, who were shut up by the Dodgers. He got it 4 times. He went 0 for 4.
What?
Oh, you suck.
It's over. It's over now. Move over.
It's over. It's over, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, is that one like the Undertaker lost in WrestleMania or something?
Correct.
You are a wrestling fan.
I am a huge wrestling
fan. I was at 4 trying to get to 5. It took Luis Ariz from the San Diego Padres, who got it 4 times. And he got 1 hit.
Hey!
Good for you, Jason.
My playoff streak is at 5.
Okay.
You're much better at streaking than Aaron Judge is.
You guys are at 0.
You
two.
You know what I'm going to do today?
What's that?
I'm going to go against the grain.
Okay.
I just got a feeling. I'm doubling up. Give me Aaron Judge.
Okay.
Give me Aaron Judge, a guy who has let me down consistently, let me down last night. We just did half a segment on how bad he's been sucking in the postseason. I think Aaron Judge, I'm going to go with a random stat. As a matter of fact, Jason, I do not want the win if this doesn't happen. Aaron Judge is going yard tonight. I'm calling my shot. Like Babe Ruth, baby. Allegedly.
Okay. I like where you're going.
Yeah.
And with that, I'm going to take Gleyber Torres.
Gleyber.
I'm going to take Stephen Kwan.
Show me the Kwan. We'll take a break. When we come back, Niners at 9. What do they got to do other than outscore Seattle to beat them tonight? And how big's that crowd going to be as far as a factor in this game? We'll do that. Yes.
The NFL's leading rusher plays here.
And a handoff to McCaffrey, walks in the end zone. Handoff to McCaffrey, takes it right down to the goal line. He does his thing again. McCaffrey goes in motion right. Backwards pass led by Juszczyk. A block there. Hurdles a man. 10, 5, touchdown! CMC!
You can hear all of Christian McCaffrey's touchdowns on your home for 49ers football. Sacktown Sports.
I didn't ask to be thrown in the streets with nowhere to go. I didn't think I'd survive. But I did ask for help, and Covenant House was there for me.
1 in 10 young adults will experience a form of homelessness this year. For these kids who didn't ask to be put in this unthinkable situation, Covenant House is there.
Covenant House helped me break the cycle of homelessness in my family. They gave me the love that I needed.
Over 2,000 young people will sleep safely in a Covenant House bed tonight. When youth who are experiencing homelessness have a hot meal, a safe place to sleep, medical care, and love, they can overcome heartbreaking challenges and have a brighter future.
They just really genuinely just wanted to help me succeed, and I'm succeeding. I'm a speaker, I'm an author. Covenant House really helped me and really helped mold me into the woman I am today.
If you or someone you love is asking for help, go to safeplacetosleep.org today.
Meta Chevy Silverado Blowout is on with $12,750 off MSRP. Every new 2024 Silverado half-ton LT in stock after rebate. Or choose $12,000 off MSRP on every new 2024 Silverado half-ton RST in stock after rebate. Exclusively at Meta Chevy at metachevy.com. Sacramento's Silverado headquarters. Whatever Silverado you choose, you'll save thousands at Meta Chevy. Together, let's drive.
Not available with special financing, lease, and some other offers. Must trade in 2010 model year or newer. Ends 10/31/24.
Don't let summer energy slip away. Live the active life you love year-round with a personally fit arch support system from the Good Feet store. Precision engineered to support all four arches. Good Feet puts your feet in a more ideal, comfortable, and pain-free position. And Good Feet arch supports are now HSA and FSA eligible. Book a free fitting at goodfeet.com or come in and get a free pair of OS First Performance socks. Free. Normally a $25 value at the Good Feet store.
Carmichael Dave here from my good friends at American Energy. Cool weather, if not cold weather, is in our future. You know that. It'll eventually get there, and American Energy wants to make sure your system is operating safely and properly. So now is the time to take advantage of the $49 fall tune-up inspection. That's regularly $119, but includes a full safety and duct inspection. And if your system's over 10 years old, it's free. The tune-up is on American Energy. Give them a call right now. They're offering $50 off your first recommended repair, or if you need a new furnace, that's half off the price of a new unit. American Energy been serving the greater Sacramento area since 1981. A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You can check them out at the AEWay.com for an instant quote. That's the AEWay.com. Tell them Carmichael Dave sent you.
Call 916-520-9998 now.
Hey, October's already heating up on the Sacktown Sports live events calendar. Enjoy family fun at Dave's Pumpkin Patch in West Sacramento all month long. Pick your perfect pumpkin, navigate the corn maze, jump on a massive jumping pillow, and create unforgettable memories for the kids. On October 20th, don't miss Renee Vaca at the Crest Theater for a night of laughs and entertainment. And mark your calendar for Sinners and Saints, the region's best Halloween party on October 26th at the venue at Thunder Valley, complete with a $5,000 costume contest. It's the most spooktacular event of the season. Looking ahead into November, join us for Legends of Motown at the venue at Thunder Valley November 23rd, bringing you the classic hits that defined a generation. And you're not going to want to miss the Jersey Boys Midtown Men Holiday Show December 8th, also at the venue at Thunder Valley. It's going to be a night filled with festive cheer and old school classics. And stay tuned to Sacktown Sports for all your live event updates and your chance to win tickets.
All guests come to you from the Folsom Lake Honda Hotline. Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop.
Your local sports leader in the 916.
KHTK HD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios, Sacktown Sports 1140.
The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone. And then boom.
With Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sacktown Sports.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Final hour. Not ever. Like, we'll be back tomorrow, I hope. I would think. You know,
Maybe.
Carmichael Dave, Jason Ross, and guess what, Jason? Just announced. I am geeked, dude. I am geeked. I don't know if this is the edit. Let me see. Hold on. I think it is the edit. Got it. I got it. May 9th, Golden One Center. Disturbed. Live in concert. They're doing 2 sets, 1 show. They're doing the entire The Sickness album, plus their greatest hit. So you're going to go from a song like this, and then at some point you're going to hear them break it down with little sounds of silence. 10,000 Fists, others. With special guest Daughtry? What is that? Daughtry?
For this tour, like all right, let's just put everybody in the hat.
Right? Like, was this a pick'em? Daughtry? I mean, it's Daughtry. Former American Idol. I think not winner. I think he didn't win, actually.
I think he did.
Sorry. I'm into this. I've seen them live 3 times. This will be a 4th. My friend James at Golden One Center, have I ever told you you have the best beard of anyone I ever know? You're the finest person I've ever met. I love you to death. That's all I'm going to say. Just want to say that publicly.
I've got a major problem with this.
Hold on. Friday, May 9th. Is it that? Is it something with the date?
And the location? I mean, yeah, you got that right.
Oh my God.
I'm disturbed.
I'm quote tweeting this now. I'm Jason. You know what? When you're right, you're right. When you're right, you're right, and you're right. Asterisk.
Round 2.
Pending.
Yeah.
Kings home playoff game.
Do they move the game to another date? Do they move the concert to another date?
Do they have the concert before the game? Or I guess you do after the game.
Do they play at Sutter Health Field?
Which
on
one?
AstroTurf.
Which one?
Do they play at Saxton at Hornet Gym?
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
Well, Jason's always a negative guy, but I was thinking positive. Should we all try and go to the suite with our boss?
Oh my God, that's such a great idea. That is such a great idea. Oh, I've got to ask him. He's here too. I'm going to get us an answer. I'm going to invite our market manager with us in the station suite to go. If he's in, are you guys in?
100%.
Pending a Kings playoff game. Jason, no playoff game. Will you go? Just to watch our guy rock out?
To watch you guys rock out.
No, but I'm saying our guy downstairs.
Do you think that happens?
I don't think he's putting on like a Disturbed headband and doing devil horns, but he might shimmy. What?
I legit have another issue.
What?
You're not Sacramento A's. The A's.
Yeah.
Are hosting Friday.
No way.
May 9th.
Shut up.
All rise.
Come on.
Aaron Judge and the New York Yankees.
Just don't let him get to 2 strikes.
It's regular season and relax.
Oh.
Why don't you do both? Just drive back and forth.
Is there another song I'm going to know by Disturbed?
Oh, 100%.
You sure?
Well, not counting Sounds of Silence, right?
I don't know. Play it.
You know their version of Sounds of Silence.
Oh, okay.
You know that. Yeah, you'll know this one probably. Let's see here. Probably correct. Yeah. Yes. I'll bet you know. Well, we won't go through the whole thing because we have to talk about the Niners, but you'll know. I think you'll know this one. This is I feel like you know that song, Jason, and you're just
No,
you're not lying. You're not lying. All right, one more, and then we'll move on here to the Niners. Let's see. You know this one? Whoa. Well, oh, that's edited, but I don't trust it.
I think I've heard this one.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think you know over under 4 Disturbed songs.
Really?
And counting Sounds of Silence, this
Okay.
one, and Down with the Sickness.
Okay.
But Aaron Judge,
Kings playoffs.
I wonder what they will do with that, by the way. They have to have thought. There's no look. They're
Yeah, there's
smart.
probably some
They've
pending
thought
things.
that through. Yeah. They've thought that through. What if the Niners Super Bowl parade is that?
We've delayed it a couple of months to Friday, May 9th.
Well, you ain't getting there. If you don't win tonight, probably, maybe not really, but you should win tonight. You got to win tonight. And we did this yesterday. I think you both said, and by the way, for the record, I know you both were wrong. I will just say I would have said the same thing. I would have said yesterday when we played Guess the Line, I would have 100% said that. I think I would have said Seattle was favored by 1.5, which I think one of you guessed.
I did.
San Francisco, the line has not changed. They are favored by 3.5 points.
Okay. So Vegas thinks they should win.
The Vegas thinks that they should win. That's a little worrisome to me.
By a Matthew wide right field goal.
Oh, can we just not? Let's not make that stick. I am a little worried about that. I think it's going to affect the offense a little bit. I mean, look, if there's like 4 seconds left in the second half and it's 4th and they're on the 35. Yeah, I think dude's getting a shot. And really, quite frankly, unlike other positions, like how in shape do you? I understand like stretching and this and that, but we know what the guy can kick.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's been kicking. If it's there or not. So
yeah,
I think they'll dictate that. They'll look at him all week. They'll look at him in pregame and figure that part out. But you do worry. There could be something as simple as an extra point. Which is what happened. That hurt him in the last game,
right?
And that hurt him in their earliest loss when Moody missed that just wide left, I want to say, and that came back to bite them. So kicking has and special teams have hurt them before. Jason, you said it though earlier. That running game of Seattle needs to be stopped.
Yeah, I would say that the areas of emphasis in this short week would be finishing drives, so the red zone offense. Certainly run defense. I mean, that's going to be something going forward that the Niners just have to get better at. And then you just got to work at this as they go along, but they're just trying to get healthier. And it would have been nice because it feels like they should be off to a good start and a nice cushion with a tougher schedule coming up. But this is their reality, and they put themselves in a tough spot with a short week coming off a loss. They better be on their game because Seattle would obviously take advantage. You've lost to everybody in your division once already. So Niners really can't afford to lose this one at all.
No, they can't. And as goofy as the season, this just feels, look, this could end up being a loss and we're all freaking out, and understandably so. This also feels like this could be the harbinger of really good things. If they go in there and they win, they're in first place in the division. All we're talking about is, hey, look at all that's happened, and they're in first place, and this guy's coming back, and Chris McCaffrey's doing this and everything. This is the Marcus Smart situation all over again. You could go from one game is death and doom and destruction to, hey, we're going to do something here.
Yeah, and also because it just doesn't feel like they played their best football. I think there were moments in that Jets game, the opener, where they looked really good. Like, oh my gosh, this team is every bit what everybody has said about them, what they think they could do. This is the part. But really, since then, I don't think they've played a lot of good football. They've been fine.
Yeah.
But I mean, I haven't really been wowed by them, even even in some of their other, like the Patriots game's okay. They won, but it's okay. Their best stretch was that first game against the Jets. They need to find that again.
Coming up next, we'll talk about the Major League Baseball playoffs yesterday, also continuing today. Don't forget, bottom of the hour, Discovery Kingdom tickets, Chris Spooky Stories, and tweet today from Deceiver on Twitter. While we're doing this, then, DeMontis Sabonis fits perfectly with Creed's hire. DeMontis Sabonis. Yeah, we're not doing
That's
every
a stretch.
We're not doing every Kings player as a Creed song. Everybody. We already dealt with the DeMar DeRozan
Or
thing.
are we?
When we come back, baseball playoffs next.
Did you miss any part of our live local shows? Don't worry, you never have to miss them again. Check out sackdownsports.com and search our podcast page and play our shows when you want. The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross, Stiles and Watkins, and the Drive Guys. Plus, other podcasts like Return of the Empire, Return of the Roar, the Stingers Up podcast, and Golf to Go with Frank LaRosa.
They're all available right now on sacktownsports.com.
There are so many things I love about fall weather. The crisp air, the changing leaves. It's all so magical until my kids catch a chill outside. That's where Kohl's comes in, with cozy layers, warm jeans, and more. I found all the styles my kids need when the seasons change. Plus, I got 20% off with a coupon and earned Kohl's Cash. So here's my style forecast. Prep better for fall weather at Kohl's. Select styles. Offers end October 20th. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
Last year's RV trip, we met a couple with the same bumper sticker. What are the odds?
Your cousin isn't a good storyteller.
He was a podiatrist, or was it a pharmacist?
You don't say.
Oh, I can't remember.
But she owns an RV protected by Progressive, and you don't. So until you get your own RV, her stories are the most interesting stories you've ever heard.
Wow, interesting.
And when you do get your own RV, save money by bundling it with your home, auto, or other vehicles with Progressive.
Oh, anesthesiologist. He was an anesthesiologist.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
On Sacktown Sports.
Well, it's a big sports day today, just like yesterday was. You got Niners football tonight. We'll tell you a little bit more about all that coming up on What to Watch. And we still have a pick six. We got Chris's scary story. We got crosstalk. We have a jam-packed last 45 minutes.
We also have breaking non-sports news, by the way. If you would give me the stinger, please.
When it breaks,
we have it first.
It's Sacktown Sports breaking news.
Hey, guys. It's on.
Yes!
Just got confirmation. We will be attending the Disturbed concert with our market manager, who is, dare I say, excited.
Did you give him the news?
Did I give him the news as far as...
Like, did he know from you that they're coming?
Oh, he didn't know. And as soon as
perfect.
I said it, he's like, oh, I love them. He goes, and then he goes, check this out. He goes, I love Dave Draymond, too. I love his new song out right now. And started talking, which I didn't even know he had a new song out. He's like, yeah. Then I go, so we're keeping the suite. He goes, oh, no, we're selling the suite. He goes, but we'll host it. We're hosting with the mostin'. So, Chris, you, me, our market manager, rocking out to Disturb. Jason, watching baseball. Sorry, you won't be there. Show bonding moment.
Jason's just a big fan of John Fisher and wants to see that Aaron Judge home run.
Huge fan of basically wearing his John Fisher sweatshirt.
Well, that's who John Fisher said he was looking forward to seeing at the park.
Aaron Judge.
Yeah.
And there he's going to be.
Yeah.
We're going to be over there protesting John Fisher by going to the Disturbed concert.
I also will be waiting for you guys to go the next day on the 10th because the Kings playoff game will be at home that night.
Well, you know what we'll do? We'll just sleep there.
Okay.
We'll sleep at Golden One Center. Guess what?
What?
It's a pajama party.
And everyone's invited.
Everyone's invited. Much like everyone's invited to watch the Dodgers-Padres tonight.
Tomorrow night.
That too. Tomorrow night. As the Dodgers forced a Game 5, Jason Ross, a Game 5 yesterday, and it was honestly never a... There was... Yeah.
It was over early.
It was over very early.
Never a...
Oh, sorry. I still have the YouTube up from me playing Disturbed. Let me mute that. Let me go back here, and here we go.
That swings and hits a high drive. Left center field and deep. Merrill at the wall. It's gone!
Swing away, Merrill.
Mookie Betts at it again. The first inning home run. He pumps his fist halfway between second and third. A low high five for Dino Ebel.
What? A little 5-5 for what?
Hear no evil.
Is that what he said?
Dino
It sounded
Evil?
like Dino Evil. Dino Ebel?
I think so.
What? What the hell
It's
is
a low 5.
Dino
It's
Ebel?
halfway between second and third. A low high five for Dino Ebel.
So here's who's Dino Ebel? Their third base coach? Oh, that's a cool name.
Yeah.
Dino Ebel. Sounds like a transformer. Dino Ebel. I like that name. I'm gonna name my next kid that. Mookie Betts, is that? Do you have a homer in the? Is his second straight with a homer in the first inning? Yeah, after getting robbed, look at him getting over that. And then he's not just a rapper. He's not just an actor. He's a baseball player. Will Smith goes yard.
On the 1-1, Smith swings and cracks the ball center field and deep. Merrill turns and watches it fly. Way gone into the batter's eye from Will Smith. A 2-run tank and now a 5-0 lead.
Who was that on the call?
I don't know that.
No, boys, nothing lead. Kind of got a little, I don't know what the word is there. I liked it. That's fine. Dodgers win 8 zilch. Yeah, that wasn't even a game, dude. You want to talk about getting the crowd out of it right away.
Yeah. Over.
Especially that crowd. I want to play another call for you, Jason Ross. This is Yankees Royals 0-0. And listen to old Robert.
Almost imperceptible. Stanton hits one well in the gap at left center field, and that's going to get down. Soto heading for third and being waved home. The peg to the plate is late. It's an RBI double for Stanton, who pumps his fist as he arrives at second base, and the Yanks jump in front, 1-0.
He's getting killed.
For that?
Not just for that, but Bob Costas being half dead calling play-by-play is like the social media theme of the playoffs, and I don't understand it. Look,
the Costas and Darling memes have been hilarious.
I'm not gonna lie about that. That you're 100% right.
What are they doing with those two?
Just there's like it would be like Bob Costas is like, and then I tackle, and then Jim tackled a bear, which really is a synonym for what Mussolini did back in World War II. And honestly, with 50 million dead, sometimes you just got to eat Cheerios. And then Ron Darling's like 1-2 count to Billy. I get that Bob is verbose, and is prone to the monologue from time to time. I don't know. To me, that's a text. It's the first inning. You gotta keep it in the tank.
Almost imperceptible.
It's a bad call to me.
Stanton hits one well in the gap at left center field, and that's going to get down. Soto heading for third and being waved home. The peg to the plate is late. It's an RBI double for Stanton, who pumps his fist as he arrives at second base.
I mean, he's moving his tone around.
Yeah.
It's not monotone.
It's not the most exciting, but I mean, whatever, it's fine.
I'm not saying it's a perfect call. I'm with you, but it doesn't stand out at me. You can't be Gus. And I love Gus Johnson, but you can't be Gus Johnson on every call.
Yeah.
You got to leave. You have to leave some room in the tank.
And also, I mean, that was the Yankees doing it in Kansas City. I think generally, if that was the Royals in Kansas City or the Yankees in New York, he'd have to elevate because the crowd would be going nuts.
I will say this: I do think TBS is doing something weird with what's called the Nat sound, but the crowd noise. I think they have. Not to get too dorky here, but I think they've got a limiter on the Nat sound mic because the crowd noise almost sound. I understand that you fade it to a bit to allow for the call, but I think they're off there. And I'm not trying to sound like Ryan Coda in the chat here, but it's really kind of noticeable on those calls too. Okay. But either way, I don't see the
dork.
I know, but it here we go. Costas. History repeats itself. First as tragedy, then as farce. One can imagine Karl Marx pointing to the Mets as an example of just this. But now New York must stage its own October Revolution to rewrite history. Ron Darling. That's a nice slider from Aaronola. It's funny because it's a little bit accurate. But I don't know why Costas is getting dragged. Once upon a time, I mean, he's a first ballot Hall of Famer. Once upon a time, Bob Costas was the preeminent, arguably, announcer who covered everything. Right. Everything with NBC. Anyways. NBC. Dodgers force a Game 5. We asked it earlier, Jason, but for those just joining us, do you think the Padres missed their shot? Not mathematically.
Right.
What do you think's going to happen?
No, I don't in this case, because I'm going to say it again. I think the Padres are the best team left. Complete team, least flaws, but it's baseball. It's now one game. That's irrelevant. The Dodgers are also, by the way, really good.
Yes, they are.
I just think they have a few more flaws, honestly, than the Padres. I don't think they're the same kind of pitching. I think the lineup top to bottom from the San Diego Padres is great. Bullpen's really good. But it's one game now, so that doesn't matter. The Mets are the hottest team going, and in the AL, I think still anything is possible there. But as far as teams go, I think the Padres are the best team that's left.
The
most
best
complete.
all around, most complete. Friday, 5:08, one game, and that's going to be Padres Dodgers. Not me, but you, Darvish, is going for the Padres. And honestly, I'm a little worried. If you want to worry about the Padres, they're right now. It says right here they're facing undecided.
Ooh.
Undecided is tremendous in the postseason.
Yeah. Dodgers just put anybody out there.
When we come back, we got a lot to get to, so we got to move it along. We got what to watch, pick six. That's for Niners Seahawks. And we have Chris Verlaud's Spooky Stories, brought to you by Six Flags Discovery Kingdom. And we still have a 4-pack of Sac State tickets to give away as well. Sit back, relax. We got a huge half-hour show for you. Styles and Watkins, 80s Cop Series. They're going to join us as well for a crosstalk. We're back after this.
The only place you'll find Kevin Herter is Sacktown Sports.
Herter's open, steps into three. He's got the triple.
Hey, Sacramento, it's Kevin Herter, and you're listening to the home of the Sacramento Kings, Sacktown Sports.
Your local sports leader.
Hey, guess what? Saturday night, Hornet Stadium, your chance to watch some great college football. The Big Sky home opener for Sacramento State at 6 o'clock this Saturday. Hornets battle Eastern Washington. The Eagles come to town as the Hornets have trying to get back into the postseason. They've been there 4 consecutive seasons. 3 of the last 4, they're the Big Sky champs. And so they need to get going here with the home game. Finally, it's been a while for them, and you can be out there Saturday at 6 celebrating cancer awareness and healthcare appreciation night. There will be post-game fireworks as well. So bring everybody, bring the whole family. Tickets are on sale now at hornetsports.com for Sacramento State, Eastern Washington, Saturday at 6 at Hornet Stadium. And remember, Stingers up.
Do you have old baseball cards and sports memorabilia from the 50s and 60s collecting dust in your closet? They could be very valuable in any condition. Find out at the Sports Cards Roadshow. We'll be in the Sacramento area to evaluate your old and modern sports cards. Visit sportscardsroadshow.com today to schedule your appointment. Ask about your free on-site sports card evaluation. For large vintage and modern collections, we can come to you. Skip the garage sale. Sports Cards Roadshow is buying. Call 1-800-560-3272 today or visit sportscardsroadshow.com.
It's 4th and goal. The pressure's on. The home team needs this to win it. No matter what you're up against, it's always a win at Northern California's #1 Honda dealer, Stockton Honda. Special finance options and trade-in offers make it easier than ever to upgrade your ride. Because at Stockton Honda, we believe everyone deserves a winning deal.
Anytime, anywhere, it's all here. StocktonHonda.com.
Number 1 claims based on 2023 total new and Honda certified pre-owned vehicle car sales from American Honda Motor Company. Sell on report.
Thunder, feel the thunder.
It ignites something inside of you.
Lightning and the thunder.
Sets alight an elevated state of being. Days are pure exhilaration. And the nights, they're simply electric. See it, hear it, feel it.
Thunder, feel the thunder. Lightning and the thunder.
Thunder Valley Casino Resort. Feel the thunder.
What's that sound? That's the sound of Downy Unstoppable scent beads going into your washing machine and giving your clothes freshness that lasts all day long. There it is again. It's like music to your ears, or more like music to your nose. That freshness is irresistible. Let's get a Downy Unstoppables bottle shake. And now a sniff solo. Nice. With Downy Unstoppables, you just toss, wash, wow, for all-day freshness.
Ooh, ma. What was that? That is business phone bliss with the Ooma Cloud phone system. It handles all our voice, video, and messaging needs.
You sound very
calm. I am. Ooma has everything I need to run my business more efficiently, like virtual receptionist, call routing, and video conferencing. And it starts at just $19.95 per month per user, plus taxes and fees. Ooma. Nice. Find your business comm at ooma.com/radio.
What's up? We're talking to Chad Hoblet of Hoblet Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, and Woodland. Chad, what's going on for Ram Power Days?
Save up to $15,000 off MSRP on new 2024 Ram 2500 Tradesmen. Plus, with over 400 new Ram trucks available, you're sure to find that truck you need at the Hoblet Ram Truck Center.
That is some of the best savings you've had all year, Chad.
Yep, and you won't find better deals on more Ram trucks than at the Hoblet Ram Truck Center. There's a reason we continue to be one of the biggest Ram dealers in the country, with numerous customer service awards, including the very prestigious Walter P. Chrysler Award, which means we are in the top 1% of dealers in the nation. Once you buy from Hoblet, you won't buy anywhere else.
Don't miss the savings at Hoblet. Search, select, and save through their whole inventory at HobletDodge.com. Unbeatable prices, unbeatable selection. Nobody beats Hoblet, period.
15,000 total net savings after 8,500 factory rebates and 6,500 dealer discounts. Rebates include 2,000 Hoblet Select inventory coupons, 2,000 Hoblet trade-in assistance, must have qualifying trade-in, and 1,500 commercial bonus cash. Must have proof of business ownership. At least 5 of this net savings. Coupons available while supplies last. See dealer for details.
It's the Big Sky home opener for the Sacramento State Hornets this Saturday. 6 p.m. kickoff versus Eastern Washington. Get your tickets at hornetsports.com.
You never know what you might hear when listening to a Sacramento Kings game.
Out of Keegan, going for another triple. Man, is he feeling it. Keegan, can he do it? Yes, there's number 11, Keegan Murray. Keegan steps back. He just knocked down his 12th three-pointer, a Kings franchise record. He's got 45 points.
Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with Sacktown Sports and the Sacktown Sports app. The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
On Sacktown Sports.
Jesus Take the Wheel is a popular old song. I'm going to say not Jesus, but Christopher Laud Take the Wheel. We've got what to watch. We've got Pick Six, and we have Christopher Laud's Spooky Stories brought to you by Six Flags. What should we lead off with?
We interrupt this program on an important announcement.
It's that time of the day where Christopher Laud gives you the stories that you need to hear. Or maybe not. It's story time. Halloween.
All right. Scare us, Chris.
This is from the Washington Post, and let's file this story under Yikes!
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 Yeah.
Yesterday, a Turkish Airlines flight from Seattle to Istanbul had to make an emergency landing in New York after the pilot lost consciousness mid-flight and died.
Hey, this is Greg Papa. Are you working through a major insurance claim?
What just happened?
It shouldn't have worked that well together.
Why does this show have that problem?
Because of me.
Why is it that whenever we have something serious happen, something randomly fires from the board?
But it fit.
Sorry, Greg. Thank you. So what happened?
Senior Vice President of Media Relations, Yahya Houston, said the 59-year
Yahoo?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Houston.
Yeah, Houston.
Said the 59-year-old pilot lost consciousness and did not respond to medical intervention on board and passed away before the flight was able to land. Luckily, the co-pilot was able to make a safe landing. Currently, airliners are required to operate 2 pilots, and this is a reminder that airlines have been lobbying to change the requirements from 2 pilots to just 1 pilot on flights.
Airlines have been lobbying?
Correct.
No!
Allied Pilots Association spokesman Dennis Taher said about this event, once again, life will remind us that having just 1 pilot in the cockpit is inviting deep risk to every passenger on the airplane. You don't have to be a pilot to understand how important it is to have human backup.
Okay, so a guy died, so we're obviously not going to riff on that. Man lost his life, that's first and foremost. However, I think it's okay to say, you know who didn't lose their life? About 400 other people. I've seen the movie Airplane, which is a comedy.
Yeah.
But if you got 1 pilot, especially a long haul New York to Istanbul, I don't even care if it's New York to Trenton, New Jersey. Forget the pilot dying. Pilot loses consciousness. You're literally getting. Excuse me. We're going to be descending from 50,000 feet into Trenton. And by the way, does anybody know how to fly a plane?
We're going to be descending quickly.
Doesn't feel also very safe to only have one pilot and also require a law to lock the
right. Thank you very much. Because guess what? Exactly. What is one of the flight attendants have the secret key? Well, you know who else would then have the secret key? The hijacker with a gun. I mean, come on, guys. No, that I'm sorry. Right now, I'll tell you right now, as somebody who used to never fly and now flies all the time, if there's ever an airline that does that, where it's like there needs, again, if I run for president, number one, I would make that federally illegal. But secondly, if I lost that, then I would say, okay, then on your ticket, it has to say, we'll just use Southwest flight 1380 from Sacramento to Dallas is a one pilot flight. Give me the option to roll the die. No. You remember the story, the crazy story I've seen in my life locally. Remember Commander Bill, KFBK?
Yeah.
Had a heart attack in the helicopter doing traffic. This is a true story, by the way. By himself, and somehow landed that he just passed away. The last 5-10 years, I think, but lived a long and healthy life afterwards. But for the grace of whatever, that he was able to land a helicopter after having a heart attack. I don't want a situation where there's one pilot who had the fish.
Right. Exactly. That's right. I had the lasagna.
That's the best part too, because that wasn't one of the options. No. Lucky caller number 3, which is the exact amount of hits Aaron Judge has had in the postseason since 1989. No, I thought that's why you did it. All right. Score a pair of passes to check out Fright Fest at Discovery Kingdom. Open now through November 3rd. Hit up the Folsom Lake Honda hotline at 1-800-920-1140. Hey, you going to go on that roller coaster? Yeah, sure. All right. Well, there's no safety operators.
Optional.
Yeah, that was I don't like that story at all. Thank you. Niners Seahawks tonight. Let's get into a pick six, shall we?
Let's do it.
Well, why not? How about a pick six for tonight's Niners versus Seahawks? Tonight. This time, Jason. It's for real.
All right, let's start with Dave. First points for San Francisco. Who's getting that?
Give me the new kicker guy. Wide right.
Right?
Yeah, Matthew Wright. Give me the 3 for him.
Right, said right.
Right, said
I'm gonna go with Kittle. George Kittle.
Yum.
Chris?
I am going to take Moody.
That'll be tough.
Oh, what was the question?
First points for San Francisco.
Oh, yeah, he's hurt.
He guessed. No.
I'll take football kicker.
Right?
You're going to take the same guy I did then. Matthew Wright.
Okay. Next up, total rushing yards for Seattle.
Ooh. Give me 121.
I have 111.
Hope you're right.
Chris?
136.
Okay.
Hope you're wrong.
Now we're going to new kicker, Matthew Wright.
Uh-huh.
How many PATs and field goals will he make?
So combined or each?
Each. So PATs
okay.
/
I will say he will make 3 PATs and 2 field goals.
Okay, I have 3 and 1. Chris?
4 and 2 and 1. 2 and 2.
4 and 2 and 2 and 1.
2 and 2.
2 and 2. Chuck Woolery. All right, final score.
I'm sorry, but I got to break it out.
Okay.
Final score: Seattle 38, San Francisco 21.
Okay.
We need all the help we can get tonight.
I have 24-20 San Francisco.
I have got 23-17 San Francisco.
Cover. Brock Purdy yards and touchdowns.
Brock Purdy 225 and 2.
268 and 2.
254 and 1.
And random stat.
New kicker misses a field goal or an extra point, and he misses to the right. Wide right.
Okay. I have Purdy will lead a game-winning touchdown drive.
Okay.
Christopher?
Purdy will rush for 10 yards or more.
Will you allow it?
No.
Purdy will rush for 20 yards or more.
That's acceptable.
Okay, I have. I'm going to switch mine to.
They'll play 4 quarters.
Fred Warner will have 4 tackles. They'll play 4 quarters. Yeah, exactly. They will play the game
I
in
think
Seattle.
20's fair.
That 20's fine. You know what's better than 20 though? 4. You know why?
Yeah,
because that's how many tickets you can get for this weekend. Oh, can I do that right now, or did you already get a winner?
I have to get their information.
Okay. We'll do that when we
come
get back. So prepare.
Yeah,
for
get
us.
ready.
This is the tease to us giving away Sac State Hornet tickets for this Saturday Big Sky home opener. We'll do that. Don't call now because he's going to clear the phone lines. It'll just be a waste of time. We'll do that to lead off crosstalk next.
You never know what you might hear when listening to a Sacramento Kings game.
Out of Keegan, going for another triple. Man, is he feeling it. Keegan, can he do it? Yes, there's number 11, Keegan Murray. Keegan steps back. He just knocked down his 12th three-pointer, a Kings franchise record. He's got 45 points.
Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with Sacktown Sports and the Sacktown Sports app.
Hey, this is Greg Papa. Are you working through a major insurance claim? SunPoint Public Adjusters can help. SunPoint prepares, presents, and negotiates your claim with the insurance company, working only for you, making sure you get everything you're entitled to, not what just some adjuster working for an insurance company thinks you should get. Call SunPoint today at 888-247-7865 or contact us at sunpoint.us. SunPoint Public Adjusters, the gold standard in public adjusting.
License number 2N14884.
Insurance companies perform a very valuable service, but they want to keep their money. Although most cases settle before trial, it is paramount that the insurance companies know that if pressed, your legal team has the experience to take your case all the way. For 25 years, Ashton & Price has earned the reputation that if the insurance company isn't fair, we're ready to force them to be fair. My mom used to warn me, wait till dad gets home. Think of us as dad. The best part, there's no fee until we win.
Remember, for the best advice, don't think twice. Call Ashton and Price.
Don't let summer energy slip away. Live the active life you love year-round with a personally fit arch support system from the Good Feet store. Precision engineered to support all 4 arches. Good Feet puts your feet in a more ideal, comfortable, and pain-free position. And Good Feet arch supports are now HSA and FSA eligible. Book a free fitting at goodfeet.com or come in and get a free pair of OS First Performance socks. Free. Normally a $25 value at the Good Feet store.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave for American Energy Heating and Air with a question. Have you recently had a technician diagnose your HVAC system and you were a bit surprised at how much it cost? Or did something seem off about their quote? Because at American Energy, they take pride in giving you honest, straightforward solutions to get that system up and running. Have their qualified technicians come out and give you a free second opinion. It's free. You got nothing to lose but some dollars off of that original quote. They're making the uncomfortable comfortable. They've been doing it since 1981, serving the greater Sacramento area. A+ with the Better Business Bureau. That's why they keep having customers coming back for more and more and more. You can call them and set that appointment at 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990 or AmericanEnergyAir.com.
Call 916-520-9990 now.
Get ready to hit the gas on the best power tool deals of the year at Fasteners Tool Outlet. We're revving up the savings with our full throttle one-day DeWalt sale in Sacramento on October 12th only. We are slashing prices on a huge selection of DeWalt power tools like cordless drills, saws, combo kits, and more at costs you won't believe. Get better tools for better prices only at Fasteners Inc., Sacramento's top destination for DeWalt tools. Again, that's October 12th only on Power Inn Road. For more info, go to fastenersinc.net.
Model Year End pricing is back at Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop.
During the Model Year End event, lower interest rates at Folsom Lake Honda make lower payments. It's no wonder why Folsom Lake Honda is your one-stop Honda shop. Come in today or check out our entire inventory online at folsomlakehonda.com.
Get an instant cash offer for your trade at folsomlakehonda.com. We'll buy your car whether you buy from us or not. Folsom Lake Honda is your one-stop Honda shop.
Folsom Lake Honda.
Go to folsomlakehonda.com.
Your one-stop Honda shop.
It's time for the news of the day.
The latest headlines, the biggest stories, hard-hitting analysis.
Yeah, this is none of those things.
And now,
here's Carmichael Dave and Jason Ross.
Hey! By the way, can I put an order in? I think it's time we change that intro. Just listening to it, we're doing none of that. We're not doing the news, the headlines.
We used to.
I mean, this is crosstalk and celebrity birthdays. Yeah, we used to. Yeah. I feel like we need to refresh that. It's just been here forever. Alan Stiles, Chris Watkins.
Hello.
Stiles and Watkins.
Yes, right.
80s Cop Show.
I got something for you.
Yeah?
You know that
Oh, sorry.
apparently
Thank you, Chris.
you guys
for
have something for that.
Other Chris. Yeah, 1-800-920-1140, the Big Sky home opener for Sac State this Saturday. Stingers up. Are you going, Jason?
I am.
All right. You going to call the game?
I am.
The Hornets need you there to cheer Jason on. Hit up the Folsom Lake Honda hotline right now, looking for caller number 4. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Guest picker.
Yeah.
Caller number 4 to win the family 4-pack to check out Sac State this Saturday, hosting Eastern Washington. Did we do 4 for the last one too?
Yeah.
This is the first time in show history.
No, 3.
Oh, that's right. For more information, visit sacktownsports.com. What do you have?
A lot of people think that was just a baby that died that day.
Oh, just to refresh for new
Yes,
listeners.
this is good stuff.
Somebody had said, Chris is laughing and he's right. Stiles and Watkins sounds like an 80s cop show.
Yeah.
So the listeners started riffing on the history, your guys' history and taglines and all that. So apparently, there's a speckled history with the both of you. And one thing Chris did is, as a young cop on the beat, he was trying to break up a bank robbery, and he tried to shoot the perpetrator, but the bullet ricocheted and hit a baby.
Yeah.
And Chris
he's still recovering from that.
He's still recovering from that.
Yeah.
He has details.
A lot of people think it was just a baby.
Yeah.
I don't like to talk about it, but
Yeah,
it's also my partner.
The baby was your partner.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Baby and Watkins.
We were setting up the first season and
Jose.
never aired.
The baby
Little baby cop.
I can see Alan already with his tagline in an Italian accent. Do it. Do it. Yeah, there you go.
We
You
had
have a
characters.
mustache too.
People are writing stuff for you guys. It's pretty good.
Alan definitely gets rid of the beard and keeps the
Yeah, the
stash.
stash. Yeah,
I
for
think
sure.
you shave the sides and your chin, and you have one of them Fu Manchus that goes down.
I could
like
probably,
that.
yeah. I could probably.
They're constantly in the Chief's office.
Yeah, always. Chris, what was it you said? Stiles and Watkins, they're what? What are they?
Guns and badges.
No, but it was Stiles and Watkins. You're too dangerous.
You're too reckless.
You're too reckless. In my office.
All this is reminding me of is the beginning of The Other Guys. When it's Samuel
Pretty
Jackson.
much.
Yeah.
You ready, partner?
Right.
And they just jump for no reason.
And
We're gonna
the
have
constant TLC references. What?
There's
Come on,
no-
Chief.
Right, but these guys, it's like constant
Put
Destiny's
Jason
Child
in the role.
references, just
Yeah.
not a ripoff.
Yeah.
We're gonna have a whole Wikipedia on this before it's too long.
Fan fiction.
Weirdly enough, when Stiles and Watkins first got together, they did not like each other.
Yeah.
But
True.
they did not like each other. Stiles thought Watkins was way too young, way too reckless. He killed a baby.
Yeah.
You killed your partner.
That was when they were 2 to 6.
That baby killing.
That's what
Yeah.
we do.
That baby killing ain't gonna work with me, boy. Ain't gonna happen.
Right.
No way, sir.
Yeah.
And then Chris, in a shootout, saved Alan's life.
Yeah.
Right.
Took a
And
bullet.
ever since
But
then,
right before then, he looks at me. I say, pull the trigger.
Celebrity birthdays brought to you by Crumble Cookies. Birthdays are meant to be spent with family and friends, and you know what? It's also a great way to pass time on a stakeout. Your Stiles and Watkins.
Right.
And nothing says stakeout's better than Crumble Cookies.
Donuts are overrated.
Donuts are way overrated. Stiles and Watkins.
I'm sure we're gonna get a crumble donut soon enough.
Oh, guaranteed.
Oh, my
Would you call that a
gosh.
cronut?
Would you be able to eat for the rest of the week? Or should you?
You know how many
technically?
A
You know
cronut.
how many places you can have a Chipotle brisket bowl.
Yes.
I just saw a commercial.
Happy birthday today to Mario Lopez.
Mario Lopez is
Does he age?
No.
he doesn't.
I feel like we're getting to the point where I remember doing Mario Lopez's birthday last year.
Oh, that's good. Do you
I don't remember
the
his
guess?
age,
Yeah.
no, but I remember.
People were
thinking
getting on him for
Mario
being a
Lopez.
Dodgers fan because he's
Is
from
it?
Chula Vista.
Didn't I just see Mark Paul Gosselaar is in something new.
Yeah.
That it's weird. And,
is he?
Yeah, and it's weird.
It's an NBC show.
Yeah, it's called Found.
Yeah.
And he have like a black beard.
He has a beard for sure.
And he doesn't look very. Yeah, I mean, look at Mark Paul Gosselaar in that.
Different than
MPG.
Zach Morris.
Yes, like Saved by the Gel. That's his hair. Sorry. Mario Lopez is 45.
Come on.
Come on. By the way, can I just guarantee you right now Verlad's going to win this one?
I'm going to guess 52.
49.
51.
We have a correct answer, and it goes to Chris Verlad, 51.
Easiest
Alan's
call
right there
in the history of the world.
Okay. Happy birthday, Josh Giddey. Oh, okay. Do we want to move on?
Dave.
I think Giddey is 22.
I'm just going to go 23.
24.
Old enough to know better.
22.
Well, he's either 22 or 21. I think
We have
it's
a correct
22.
answer. 22. Both Dave and Chris.
That's me, Josh Giddey expert. That's right. Gonna get that. Get that T-shirt.
Happy birthday. Let's go from Josh Giddey to Brett Favre.
Man, two hell of a model Americans.
What's Australian?
Five.
That's a great point.
Wait, five?
Favre. Favre. The V is silent, dude. Brett Favre is 57.
55 on the nose.
What about the rest of his body?
In
know?
the nose.
He'll send it to you.
Well, he will.
Yeah.
Then he'll rip you off. Wait, does that too? I'm sorry, because sorry.
Oh, I know.
You know.
50.
50-50?
50-50.
What'd you say, Chris?
54.
We have a correct answer, and it goes to Alan Stiles, 55.
Wow, well done.
Look
Brett
at that.
Favre, Alan Stiles, Brett Favre.
We've had a correct answer for everyone today. Let's see if we can
Let's
keep it
keep it
going.
going.
Dale Earnhardt Jr.
Tough one.
DEJ, as I call him,
You do.
is Dale Earnhardt Jr. is 46.
I wanted to go 50 on the nose, but I'll go 48 on the elbow.
52.
53.
Our streak is over. Should have done your first
Oh.
instinct. Tie 50 on the nose.
The streak
you guys
is
were 48
over.
and 52, so tie between you two. He's celebrating a birthday on a night he's playing against the 49ers. Geno Smith.
Oh,
wrote me off. Nobody?
And I never wrote back.
I mean, gosh. That's like the Shabuzi yesterday.
Yes.
Shabuzi. I saw Chris after the show. I said, really? Shabuzi?
Yeah,
Still didn't
nothing.
get it.
Geno
Still don't get
Smith. Geno Smith is 30.
No, I think he's around your Bizzle's age. I think he's 32.
Huh?
Your Bizzle.
your boy.
Oh,
it took me a second.
Okay,
to.
yeah, thank you. Okay, I feel better. All
So
right.
Weetie.
Sweetie.
Elkhorn's finest.
Shabuzi.
Who is it again?
Oh, Gino,
Mario
31.
Lopez.
31.
Shabuzi.
33.
Chris Verlata's closest, 34.
Oh,
I knew it by your Bizzle. You didn't know
Yes.
how it was your Bizzle.
Happy birthday to Gavin Newsom.
Careful.
Chris, I know you know this one.
He is 57.
No.
Gavin Newsom is 54. Still can.
56.
We have a correct answer, and it goes to Chris Verlad, 57.
Wow.
That's his guy, Gavin
He's
Newsom.
hot. So what do you do if you just have a really good day? There's just nothing.
Oh, yeah. No, you get that's who gets to give to Crumble Cookies, whoever wins.
You get a gift certificate to Tower Records.
Oh, yes. The Kings games.
Didn't they used to give away a watch?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Did.
Rolly.
Happy birthday to former lead singer of Van Halen, David Lee Roth.
DLR, as I call him.
Yeah.
By the way, have you seen David Lee Roth lately?
No.
I don't know that I no. Okay.
It's
Because
like
he's
he looks like if Jamie Lee Curtis and
Nice.
the mom from Honey Boo Boo had a cousin.
wow.
Yeah,
I mean, they
Yogurt.
might.
they might. I'm sure they both have cousins, but you know what I mean. David Lee Roth is 70.
Honey Boo Curtis.
I mean, once upon a time, David Lee Roth was the man.
Yeah.
Like for about a year, he was the man. Chest hair everywhere,
Yeah.
ladies passing out. because they're attracted to him, by the way. I got to add that in today's day and age. Yeah. Go ahead, Alan.
70.
On the nose.
On the nose.
He looks like Sting's dad.
74.
73.
Oh.
Whoa.
Yeah, dude.
Up.
Doesn't he look like Sting's dad?
Ooh, oh my God.
Right?
Okay, I changed my pick to 117.
That was him. God,
what was
Father
your guess?
Time is a bastard.
Well, it doesn't matter what your guess is.
Yeah, what was my guess?
Yeah.
70.
Oh, you had said 70 as well?
Yeah.
Okay, we have a correct answer, and it goes to Alan Stiles and Carmichael Dave, both saying 70. All right. Here's what we've got left.
That was disgusting.
Wasn't it?
Michael Carter Williams, Ryan Hollins, Andrew McCutcheon, Troy Tulowitzki, Pat Burrell, or Maverick Carter?
Can I just say Ryan Hollins tipped the ball?
Yeah, he did.
Maverick Carter is 42.
Ryan Hollins is also 42.
Okay, Ryan Hollins is 40. Maverick Carter is 44.
Pat Burrell's 45.
He is 48. So, Chris, do you want...
Michael Carter Williams is 35.
He is 33.
You know what? I think we're
Rookie
all,
of the year.
Yeah.
We're all relatively close.
Tulowitzki was 40, and McCutcheon's 38.
He was 40? What is he now?
Tulowitzki
40.
is what?
40.
40.
Whoa.
Too low. Coming up on
right
the
on.
Styles Watkins 80s Cop Show, I'm going to guess some Kings. I'm going to guess some Niners. And I'm going to guess more than that.
That's right.
Yeah.
Somebody on here said you have the most energy of anybody at the station. That's a
I'd love to hear
compliment.
it.
Yeah,
Love
that's
to hear
true.
it.
That's what they said. I thought it was Chris Watkins, personally. That was my pick. Oh, no. Yeah, I see what you did. For Jason, for Chris, for me, we'll see you tomorrow. Light the beam. Bye-bye now.
De'Aaron Fox plays here.
Stolen by Fox. Breakaway coming up for De'Aaron.